The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents The Perfect Wife, starring Spring Byington and Ralph Morgan. Lisbeth Scott is your hostess.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. We've all had the experience of reading a story or seeing a picture or play that we considered inspiring. Most of us are thrilled by the example of courage in difficulties or patience and consideration in trials and suffering. We feel a desire to translate worthwhile example into action in our own lives. And in our own lives, too, we influence those we meet. Isn't this especially true in family life? In a home, the example of parents can be a constant inspiration to children. And in a home where children are unselfish and thoughtful, they too are an inspiration to parents. That's why family prayer, which brings God's blessing on a home, should be a daily practice in every home. Because every member of a family united together in simple, humble prayer to God is a great inspiration to everyone else in a family. Family prayer is the wonderful example of good living, God-loving parents and children.
Lisbeth Scott will return later in the program. Now, Family Theater presents The Perfect Wife, starring Spring Byington and Ralph Morgan. There's hardly a person in Brightonville who can pass the Turner home on Oak Avenue without feeling a little guilty at having put off mowing his own lawn or trimming his hedge. And inside, the house is in the same beautiful order. Everything polished to a high shine. Not a stick of furniture so much as an inch out of place. You may wonder who's responsible for this model state of affairs. Well, anyone in Brightonville can tell you. It's Harry Turner's wife, Emily. She's in the kitchen now, humming to herself as she moves quickly from stove to refrigerator and back again.
Mother, are you home?
Oh, Nancy, I'm in the kitchen. Come on out, dear.
That smells good. What are you making?
Angel food. I just put it in the oven.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I didn't have time this morning, dear.
You're always rushing around, Mother.
Well, I wanted to iron the bedroom curtains and get them back up. Oh, look out, dear. Spread out those papers and walk on them, please, dear. I just scrubbed that part of the kitchen floor.
Uh-huh. And after all that, you decide to bake a cake.
Well, it's been such a long time since I've made an angel food. I don't want to lose my touch.
I doubt that will ever happen.
Don't throw your coat down there, dear. Hang it up in the closet. I'll only be a minute while I wash up these few dishes.
Here, I help.
Don't use that dirty towel. Get a clean one off the shelf.
Yes, Mother. You know, I wonder if there'll ever come a day when I stop in here and you won't be baking or putting up curtains or washing or ironing or cleaning or...
Well, there's a lot to be done around the house if you want to keep it looking spick and span.
I guess there is.
After you and Bill have been married a little longer, you'll be doing the same thing, dear.
I don't know. I'm not so sure Bill would like it if all I did was just...
Well, when you're a little older, you'll find out that a husband just won't stand for having a house all cluttered up, meals late.
Well, maybe.
There, I guess that's everything. Just hang the towel. Oh, not there, dear. Over near the window.
All right.
Anybody home?
Why, it's Dad. I wonder what he's doing home so early. We're in the kitchen, Harry. Are you sick?
Oh, no. I have to meet a train.
Oh, walk on the papers, Harry, dear, please.
Yes. I was saying I have to meet our new personnel manager coming in on a 4:10. So I thought I'd just stop by here and put on a clean shirt. Want to make a good impression, you know. We consider ourselves pretty lucky to get her.
Oh, is the woman?
Yes, she's a widow. Name's Brandon, Margaret Brandon. She's had a lot of experience in personnel work.
Harry, please be careful of your ashes. I just cleaned this floor.
I'm sorry, Em.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't smoke that cigar out here. Not while I'm cooking, anyway.
I guess I just forgot.
Did you see Bill today, Dad?
Yes, I saw him around the office. You know, he's looking disgustingly healthy these days, Nancy. What do you feed him?
Well, promise you won't breathe a word of this to Mother?
No, not a word.
I just opened a can and put it on the table. And he thrives on it.
If you can tell him when he wants a good home-cooked meal, he can come over here.
Oh, say, that reminds me, Em. I wondered, well, since it's Mrs. Brandon's first evening in town, I thought it might be kind of nice to have her out here for dinner. You know, give her a little welcome.
Oh, Henry, you can't do these things to me. I didn't plan on company. All we're having is...
Oh, now, Em, it doesn't have to be anything special. Whatever you cook is bound to be good, you know that.
Oh, besides, I'm finishing that room upstairs. You said you'd put the rugs down tonight.
Oh, well, she'll go home early, and then I'll take care of them. Anything will be fine for dinner.
Oh, dear, let me see. Oh, luckily, I do have a cake in the oven. And, Nancy, if you're not in a hurry, maybe you could run down and see if the butcher has some nice lamb chops.
Surely, Mother.
And it's all right if I invite her?
Oh, I guess so. But I do wish that you'd tell me about these things ahead of time, Harry.
Yes, dear. Oh, wait a minute, Nancy. I'll drop you over the market on the way down.
I'd better go to Mr. Peters for the lamb chops, Dad.
Yes, and be sure they're lean and have him trim them.
Oh, Dad, they'll be the way Mother always gets them, or I'll be bringing them back.
I know that from bitter experience.
Mother wants everything perfect.
Well, that's her big happiness in life, having everything perfect.
I guess I take after you, Dad. Hey, drop me at the corner here. It'll be all right.
Take care of yourself, honey. I'll have to hurry to pick up Mrs. Brandon. By the time I get her fixed up at the hotel, we'll just make it back in time for dinner. I don't want to keep Mother waiting.
Okay. Good luck, Dad.
See you later, Nancy.
That was a wonderful dinner, Mrs. Turner.
No, Emily's quite a cook.
Well, as I told Harry, I just wish he'd let me know a little earlier about your coming. Then I'd have had time to fix something really nice.
Oh, but that angel food cake was the best I've ever tasted. Everything was wonderful.
Thank you.
By the way, I was just thinking maybe you ladies would like to go to a movie. There's a good one at the Rivoli.
Why, I'd...
Oh, Harry, not tonight.
Well, Mrs. Brandon might like to.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Mr. Turner, but I'd better be getting back to the hotel. I still have to unpack, you know.
Oh, of course. Well, look, I'll drive you down.
Oh, please don't bother. I can just call a cab.
I should say not. It's no trouble at all.
Well...
Now, you wait there. Excuse me, I'll go and back the car up.
You know, Harry's always so anxious to make everyone feel at home.
Yes, he's been very kind.
I hope you're going to like it here in Brightonville, Mrs. Brandon.
Oh, I know I am. You see, I came from a small town, and New York just never seemed like home to me. Now all I have to do is find an apartment.
I guess that's quite a problem, even in Brightonville.
Oh, you certainly have a lovely home here. Oh. How do you ever manage to keep it so spotless?
Well, it's really a full-time... Oh, that must be Harry. I'll get you things. Oh, my... What a lovely coat, Mrs. Brandon.
It's a little thing I picked up in New York. Do you like the ballerina sweep?
It's something new for Brightonville.
It's becoming quite the style. Well, thank you again, Mrs. Turner. It was a wonderful dinner. When I get an apartment, I want you and your husband to be my first dinner guests.
Thank you. I know Harry'd like that very much.
Well, good night.
Good night. Harry, is that you?
Yes, Em.
Don't forget to turn off the hall light, Harry, dear.
All right.
What in the world took you so long, Harry? I was beginning to think something had happened.
Oh, there was a mix-up. They'd sent 4 wrong suitcases to the hotel, so we had to drive back down and exchange them.
4 suitcases?
Well, you know how the way it is with clothes and everything.
Yes. She dresses very well for a businesswoman.
Yes, indeed. I think she's going to be quite an asset to the company.
Somehow, though, I had the idea she'd been an older woman, having so much responsibility and all.
Funny thing about that, Em. I remember looking over her record, and she's just about your age. Only a year or so younger.
Oh, Harry Turner, you're joking.
No?
Well, for heaven's... Of course. She has all the latest styles from New York.
Well, sure.
And it's a lot easier to go in for clothes if you don't have a house and family to take care of.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Hello?
Mrs. Turner?
Yes?
This is Margaret Brandon.
Oh, yes. How are you, Mrs. Brandon?
Fine, thank you. I found an apartment, just last week.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I'm still in the process of moving in, but if you're willing to overlook that, I thought perhaps you and your husband would have dinner with me tomorrow evening.
Why, I guess so.
I spoke to Mr. Turner about it, but I thought I'd better call you to make sure.
Well, I think that would be very nice.
Good. I'll expect you then tomorrow about 7:30.
Mighty nice little place you have here, Margaret.
Yes, Harry, I was lucky to get it. I don't think it'll be so bad once I get things fixed up. I thought I might paint that alcove a light green. What do you think about that, Mrs. Turner?
Well, light color is pretty hard to keep clean.
Yes, I suppose that's true, but it would make the room so much more cheerful.
Say, if you need any help on the painting, just call on me. I did quite a job on the kitchen furniture last spring, didn't I, Em?
Yes. The kitchen hasn't been the same since.
Well, I might take you up on that. I'm pretty much of an amateur when it comes to painting. Oh, would either of you like more coffee?
No, thank you.
Not for me. I'm full right up to here.
Well, I'll just set your cups over here then.
Now, I'd like to help you with the dishes.
Oh, no, I'll have plenty of time to do them later. I'd rather just talk now.
Oh, well, whatever you say.
Harry was telling me today about the annual office dinner party next week. I suppose you'll be there, won't you?
Oh, I don't know. Harry usually goes to those things alone.
Em doesn't have much use for getting all rigged up in evening clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping you'd be there to lend me a little moral support.
Well, I haven't much interest in office parties.
Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you that book I was telling you about.
Well, that was a very pleasant evening, wasn't it, Em?
Mm-hmm, yes. Yes, it was, dear. Quite pleasant.
Yes, sir. Margaret really has a knack for making a person feel at home. That's what makes her so good at her job.
I did have to smile at that dinner, though, dear.
Huh? Oh. Well, what was the matter with it?
Why, everything straight out of a can. It reminded me of eating at Nancy's.
Well, Margaret works all day and doesn't have a lot of time to spend getting a meal.
Oh, of course, I realize that.
Besides, I thought it tasted pretty good.
Well, Harry Turner, I never thought I'd hear you say that. You're always insisting there's nothing like real home cooking.
Well, I guess the trouble is you just spoil me. You just spoil me too much, Em.
More potatoes, dear?
No, I've got plenty right here.
Well, I may as well get the dessert then. I made an apple souffle for you this afternoon.
Sounds great. I'll tell you what, though, Em. Maybe you better save my dessert till later. I told Margaret I'd be over early to get going on that painting.
Oh, my goodness, aren't you through with that yet? You've been over there nearly every night for a week.
Well, I think I ought to be able to finish it up tonight if I get an early start.
Oh.
Truth is, if I'd known what a job it was going to be, I might have been a little slow in offering my services.
Mm-hmm.
But a promise is a promise. You know that, Em?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Mother.
Oh, hello, dear.
I just stopped in for a minute. How's everything?
All right, Nancy.
I'm running downtown. Is there anything I can get you?
Well, let me see. No, I think I have everything.
I have to rush. I have an appointment at the beauty parlor. You know, tomorrow night's the party.
Oh, Nancy,
Yes, Mother.
I've decided to go to that office dinner party.
You have? Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, I thought I'd better go this year.
Oh, Dad'll be so delighted.
Well, I hope so.
Look, why don't you meet me downtown this afternoon, and I'll help you pick out a new evening gown.
Oh, I don't need a new evening gown.
Now, Mother, you're not going to wear your black lace dress again, are you?
Why not? It's just as good as it was when I bought it 2 years ago.
But, Mother...
Nancy, dear, I go to a formal party about once in a green moon. There's no point in my buying a new dress.
Well, I'll arrange an appointment at the beauty parlor. I'm sure they'll be able to take you sometime tomorrow.
Oh, good heavens, Nancy.
Mother, we'll have you looking like a queen.
It's out of the question, Nancy. You know Wednesday's the day for my general cleanup.
Oh, Mother... You're not going to spend all day tomorrow cleaning.
And why not?
But you ought to get some rest. You'll be all tired out tomorrow night. Can't you clean Thursday morning?
And when do you suggest I do my baking?
Honestly, Mother, sometimes I could just...
Oh, please, Nancy. Now, dear, I'm not at all accustomed to being ordered about.
But, Mother...
I have my own way of doing things, and if I have a problem, I have my own way of working it out.
Mrs. Turner, what are you doing over in the corner all by yourself?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Brandon. Well, I'm surprised at all these handsome gentlemen around that you're not dancing.
May I sit with you?
Of course.
You know, I want you to see my apartment now that the alcove is painted. Your husband did a wonderful job. I don't see how I can ever repay him.
Oh, that's not necessary. Harry gets a kick out of puttering around. I just hope he didn't mess up your apartment too much in the process.
Well, I think you have to expect a certain amount of that, don't you?
Well, nowadays it's difficult to know what to expect, Mrs. Brandon.
Well, I beg your pardon. I'll bet you're Margaret Brandon.
Why, yes.
I just knew it. I'm John Clark of the advertising department.
Oh,
been out of
how
town
do you
for
do?
several weeks. Just got back yesterday. Missed meeting you when you first arrived. Heard a lot about you, though, Mrs. Brandon. They say you're doing... Oh, I beg your pardon. Is this your mother?
No. This is Mrs. Turner, Harry Turner's wife.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. How do you do, Mrs. Turner? Well, Harry's done a swell job getting up this party.
Yes. Will you excuse me, please? Oh, Harry.
I was just coming over. I wanted to take you around to meet some of the new people.
Harry, I wonder if I left the lights on in the parlor. I think I'd better go home.
I remember distinctly...
Harry, would you mind taking me home?
But, it's early yet.
Harry, please, take me home. Don't turn in, Harry. You better get back to the party.
But, I don't understand. You say you're not ill, but...
Oh, please, Harry, let's not talk about it.
But you have me worried. What happened?
Oh, it's nothing. I guess I'm just not up to these things anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, everyone seems so dressed up for the affair.
Listen here, Em. What's getting into you? Are you the finest-looking woman in that whole group tonight?
Oh, Harry, you don't mean that.
Of course I mean it.
No, you don't.
Well, Em, what's wrong?
Oh, Harry, please. I'll go in now. You better get back.
Well, I guess I'd better.
Good night, Harry.
Em.
Yes?
You got me all upset. I just can't leave you feeling this way.
I'm all right. I've got to work this out by myself.
Well, maybe you're just tired.
Yes, maybe.
You know, after organizing everything, I can't just walk out. But I'll be back as early as I can.
Yes, go ahead, Harry. Have a good time.
Sorry I'm late for breakfast, Em.
Wait, it's all right. Everything's waiting for you.
I'll have to hurry, just a cup of coffee. I guess things will be mixed up in the office this morning.
Yes, I guess so.
The party was a great success. You would have enjoyed it if you'd stayed.
Yes, I'm sure I would.
What's wrong, Em?
Nothing, dear. Everything's fine. Oh, I wanted to tell you I'm running downtown.
But I just can't understand what happened last night.
Let's not talk about it now, Harry. I just thought I'd let you know I'd be out in case you phoned.
Well, I'll drive you down. Will you be long in getting ready?
No, now you're in a hurry, dear. Don't wait for me. I'll manage all right.
4th floor, ready to wear. Millinery suits, gowns, 4th floor.
Out, please.
One side, let lady out.
Thank you. Oh, I beg your pardon.
It's quite all right. Oh, Mrs. Brandon, how do you do?
Why, Emily Turner, how nice to see you. Are you going over this way?
Why, no, I was going over...
Mrs. Turner, you know, I meant to call you this morning. Look, have you had lunch yet?
Well, no, I think I'll go on home when I get through here.
Why don't you stay down and have lunch with me?
Not today. Thank you.
Oh, please, just this once.
I have some things to do. Well, yes. Thank you. I will.
Is this table all right?
Fine.
Oh, it's good to sit down. Things were crazy at the office this morning.
Mm-hmm. Your work must be quite interesting.
I like it very much.
Harry says you're doing very well.
I hope so. I guess we all like to feel that we're needed somewhere, don't we?
Your orders, please.
I'd like the salad plate.
That's fine for me, too.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I ran over here during lunch hour. I saw the cutest hat, a silhouette and a bicorn. I thought I'd get it.
I was looking at a Renaissance toque, but I couldn't quite make up my mind.
That would look very well on you.
Thank you. I doubt if it's my style.
By the way, I met your daughter Nancy down at the office the other day.
Oh?
She's a charming girl.
Thank you. Harry and I are very fond of her.
You're very fortunate.
Indeed, I am. If nothing gets in the way to disturb things.
Mrs. Turner, my husband died 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
As I look back, there's one thing I'm very happy about. You see, Jim and I couldn't have any children, so I kept on working. But I believe I can honestly say that I never let my work come before Jim's happiness. I felt that was so important because Jim had been badly wounded during the war, and You'll have to excuse me the way I'm just rattling on about myself and not letting you talk.
No, dear, please, go on.
But, I do appreciate your kindness. Sometimes it's hard to be accepted in a small town.
When you spoke of your home, it seemed that your husband was the center of everything.
Yes, that's the way it was. We had some wonderful times together, Jim and I.
I see.
When he was able, we went places, and when he wasn't, we'd stay at home and read. And sometimes we prayed together.
I understand.
That's the sweetest memory for me because it seems in a way he's still with me.
Yes. Margaret, I'm beginning to understand something that I didn't realize before.
What's that, Emily?
Well, it's... well, maybe you'll laugh because it seems so simple. But it can happen that a woman may lose her perspective even in her own home.
Yes?
Like cooking and cleaning. You take such pride in their accomplishment that you begin to think that they're an end in themselves, rather than a means of making your family comfortable and happy.
Yes.
That's what you wanted to talk to me about, isn't it?
Of course, dear.
Margaret, I've been thinking of getting a new dress. Would you have time to help me pick it out?
Anybody home? Em? Oh, that's funny. I wonder.
Hello?
Nancy? It's Dad. Where's your mother? Is she over there?
Why, no, I haven't seen her at all today. Dad, is anything wrong?
No, that is, I don't think so. I just got home and she's not here. No sign of dinner or anything. It's nearly 6 o'clock.
Well, that's odd. It's not like Mother to just... You don't suppose something's happened?
Oh, of course not. I don't know what's gotten into her. She did mention going into town for an hour or two this morning. But nothing like this ever happened before. Oh, Nancy, I'll have to hang up. Somebody's coming up the walk.
All right, Dad. But call me if she doesn't get home soon, won't you?
I will. Bye. Well, Em, it's about time. Where in the world have you been?
Oh, I'm sorry I'm so late, Harry.
Late, I should say you are. Em, what have you done with your hair?
Do you like it?
You have a new dress. Come here and let me look at you.
Well. Margaret helped me pick it out. Do you think it's a little too young for me?
Too young, my eye. Why, you look wonderful. Are you going someplace? Is somebody coming?
No. I just thought I'd do a little shopping.
Well.
I'd better hurry and get some dinner. Harry, I haven't even
Wait a minute, Em. Why don't you forget about that? We'll go out for dinner together.
No, Harry, I'll hurry, dear. It won't be a minute.
Oh, sure. We'll go out to that little inn, remember? The one out of Blackstone?
Why, Harry, I'd love to.
Swell.
Here's
just wait a minute. I'll get my hat. Oh.
What's the matter, dear?
I got ashes all over the floor. On the rug. Wait a minute. I think I can.
Oh, let them go. They tell me ashes are good for a rug anyhow. They keep moths away or something like that.
They do? Well, I'll be darned. You learn something new every day, don't you?
You certainly do, Harry. You certainly do.
You have heard the Family Theater presentation of The Perfect Wife, starring Spring Byington and Ralph Morgan. Here again is our hostess for tonight, Lisbeth Scott.
Life can never be all happiness. Everyone goes through days of difficulty when there's misunderstanding and annoyance, when we need restraint and patience. But it is also true that the great joy of achievement lies in our being able to overcome obstacles and misunderstanding. Marriage should be, and can be, the most beautiful and rewarding experience in life. It is, when there is mutual trust and understanding, when there is a sincere effort on the part of everyone in a family to be of help to everyone else. Little deeds of unselfishness and kindness in a home make a happy family, despite sorrows and sufferings. With God's help, there can be kindness and consideration in all homes. And family prayer is a wonderful way to bring this harmony and happiness into your home. Because family prayer unites all members of a family in close bonds of understanding and love. For your family, for every family, it is true. A family that prays together stays together. Before saying good night, I'd like to thank Spring Byington and Ralph Morgan for their performances this evening. Our thanks to Jane Speed for writing tonight's play and to Max Terr for his music. This production of Family Theater Incorporated was directed by David Young. Others who appeared in tonight's play were Florence Ravenel, Cynthia Corley, and Tyler McVeigh. Next week, our Family Theater stars will be Ward Bond, Richard Lyon, and Dan O'Hurley in Son of Mine. Your host will be Eddie Cantor. This is Lisbeth Scott saying good night and God bless you.
This series of the Family Theater broadcasts is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by a friend of the New York Foundling Hospital, which cares for homeless and motherless babies without distinction of race, creed, or color. Be with us next week at the same time when our Family Theater stars will be Ward Bond, Richard Lyon, and Dan O'Hurley, with Eddie Cantor as host. Tony Lofrano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents Laughing into Glory, starring Vincent Price. J. Carroll Nash is your host. More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of.
Before we bring you tonight's stars and story, I want to thank everyone who has written to Family Theater these past few weeks. Your letters, wonderful letters from all parts of the country, have been a great encouragement to us in Hollywood because through this program, we want to express a conviction that prayer, family prayer, can help keep our families together and happy. Yes, Family Theater is dedicated to your family, to all families, in the hope that they will always be well and happy, and in the hope that your family will pray together, because a family that prays together stays together.
Bishop.
Oh, Tom, good morning. Glad you could come.
Well, your note sounded urgent. Bad news, Bishop?
No, quite the contrary. Sit down.
Thank you, Bishop.
Tom, you've always thought a great deal of the church here at Croydon, have you not?
It has a fine reputation.
Yes, the parish is thriving, and the parishioners' generosity is extremely gratifying. Your request for transfer has been received, and I'm happy to say approved. You'll be officially notified next Thursday.
Well, may I ask where I'm being sent, Bishop?
You're being sent here, Tom. You are Croydon's new pastor.
Oh, that's a great honor.
Well, now, is that all you have to say? I thought you'd be delighted.
Oh, yes, I am, of course, but...
But what?
Well, leaving Hookertown, Well, Bishop, it's almost like leaving home.
Yet you requested a transfer.
Yes, I requested it. It was part of a bargain.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow you.
Well, perhaps I should start from the beginning. Seems like a long time ago. Remember when you assigned me, Bishop?
Yes, quite well.
You told me not to expect too much. Sometimes a new pastor is not very well received. That was an understatement. I wasn't received at all. When I walked into Hookertown that summer evening, the streets were deserted. I thought it was strange. It was hardly 7 o'clock, yet there wasn't a soul to be seen. Then suddenly, a booming baritone voice, slightly off-key, shattered the silence.
And quite unaccustomed to fear, but of all the most reckless of life or of limb, was Abdul Bulbul Amir. Hey, out of my way or I'll bash your brains in.
Well, now,
Step aside, I said. When they wanted a man to
encourage the van, or shout hullabaloo in the rear, or to storm a redoubt, they straightway sent out for Abdul Bulbul Amir.
Hey, that's all right. That's fine, you know what I mean? Where'd you learn that?
Oh, Abdul's an old friend of mine.
He is? Oh, well, you don't say. Well, that's good, you know what I mean? Hey, wait a minute. Where did you meet Abdul?
Well, that's rather a long story. You
see... Who are you?
I'm the new pastor here.
Pastor?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm Larry Sloan. You know what I mean?
I'm very happy to meet you, Mr. Sloan.
Yeah, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. How do you do?
How do you do?
I'm fine. Hey, you're okay.
Thanks.
What are you doing out? You shouldn't be outside when I'm on a toot. Everybody keeps away from me. You know what I mean?
Well, I was looking for my church.
Looking for the church? Oh, I know where it is. We'll go find the little old church. That's what we'll do.
I'd appreciate it.
That's all right. I'm glad to do it. And I suppose you think I'm a little disreputable. I suppose you think I'm drunk.
Well,
you're right. I'm petrified.
You drink quite a bit, Mr. Sloan?
Yeah, all the time. It keeps me from having hangovers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I can still find that little old church, you know?
I know what you mean.
Well, what do you think of her?
Well, offhand, I'd say it could do with a few repairs.
Oh, well, we did fix it up once. Yeah, I used to be a stonemason. I rebuilt that back wall myself.
Oh? When did you do that?
Oh, about 12 years ago.
Well, I don't mean to sound impetuous, but don't you think it's about time to replace those broken bricks?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll be glad to see it when you get it finished. Well, I gotta go now. So long. Oh, he could Timothy Irving play euchre or pool, perform on the Spanish guitar. In fact, quite the cream of the Muscovite.
Sloan. Just a moment. About that wall.
Yeah?
Don't you do any masonry work anymore?
I don't work at all.
Why not?
Well, it interferes with my drinking.
Well, how do you live?
Oh, I get by. I get along fine. I mind my own business. Maybe that's what pastors ought to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sloan.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing me the church. Good night.
Night.
When they wanted a man who could offer a hand, who was faithful to friend far and near, well, there was not a doubt he was always about, was Abel Amir.
Hey, what was that?
What? Oh, you mean that, what I was singing?
Yeah.
Well, that's the sixth stanza.
I never heard it before.
You've never heard the sixth stanza? Why, that's the whole key to Abdul's character.
He'd go down the line for his pals, huh?
Never missed.
Ah. Well, about that wall.
Yes?
I might be able to offer a hand.
Well, now, that's very gratifying, Sloan. Very gratifying indeed. Sloan arrived next morning with bricks, mortar, and a slight hangover. He said he preferred to go at the job by himself, so I decided to spend the morning in town acquainting myself with the villagers. Main Street was just coming awake. A merchant in white apron was sweeping the sidewalk in front of his store. Oh, good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning.
A fine day, isn't it?
It won't be for long. Woke up with a backache this morning. That means rain.
Are you the proprietor of this store?
Have been for 19 years. Look out. That's where I'm sleeping.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to introduce myself.
Yes, I know. You're the new pastor up at the church. Stand back where you were. I have to sweep there now. Now, when did you get into town?
Last evening.
Think you're going to like it here?
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Well, I hope you're not like that last pastor we had. He was a great one for changing things. Never satisfied. Wanted to repaint the church, put in a garden. Thought money grew on trees. But he was transferred.
Transferred?
That's right. My name's Comer. Henry Comer.
Oh, I'm glad to know you, Mr. Comer.
Well, you might not be when you get to know me better. I'm a businessman, a conservative, practical businessman. I consider the church my responsibility, and I contribute to its upkeep accordingly. But I don't like extravagance. I think the clergy ought to study a little economics.
Yes. Speaking of the church, Mr. Comer, I noticed last night that the roof...
What's the matter with the roof?
Well, it leaks, what there is of it.
Well, in that case, I'd suggest that you repair it.
I'm afraid it's beyond repair. You see, the beams have decayed...
And reinforce them. You certainly don't want roof caving in on your congregation, now do you?
Exactly. Mr. Comer, that's why
You'll find some 2x4s in the rear of the store. You're welcome to them. As for nails, I feel it my duty to let you have them at wholesale price.
Thank you.
Well, I've enjoyed talking with you. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Comer. After meeting Mr. Comer, I realized that he could stand a sermon on the virtues of generosity and the joy of giving. Across the street on the same corner was another grocery. A bewhiskered gentleman standing in the doorway motioned to me.
Oh, Your Reverence, could I have a word with you?
Why, yes, of course.
My name is Michael Kane, and I own this shop. I saw you talking with Comer across the street, and I feel I should warn you about the man.
Warn me?
Indeed, Your Reverence. Comer's a black-hearted tyrant with not an ounce of compassion in his warped soul.
I take it you gentlemen are competitors.
Competitors? I wouldn't stoop to compete with the likes of him. I run a proper price store, I do, with charge accounts. And Comer trusts no one. So if you're thinking of doing business with him, remember my warning. It'll be pay as you go.
Well, Mr. Comer and I weren't discussing his store. We were talking of another matter.
Oh, and what might that be?
The roof of the church. It's in pretty sorry condition. Perhaps you've noticed.
No, I can't say as I have. As a matter of fact, it looked fine the last time I saw it.
We could stand a new one, Mr. Kane.
A new roof? Oh, no, I wouldn't advocate that, not at all. It's not so much the money, you understand. It's, well, I better be getting back to my counter. Good day to you, Reverence.
Good day, Mr. Kane. Repairing the church seemed to be a pretty unpopular project, but suddenly I had an idea. So long as the two grocers were such ardent rivals, why not put this rivalry to good use? I recrossed the street to Comer's store.
Oh, it's you again. Well, did you find the 2x4s all right?
I haven't looked yet, Mr. Comer. I was across the street talking with Mr. Kane.
Kane?
Yes, I told him about the roof.
And what did he have to say?
Well, I suggested a new roof for the church. He didn't approve.
Oh, he didn't. And how would that heathen know the needs of a church? Just let me remind you, I've lived in this parish long before Kane came to Hookertown.
Yes, Mr. Comer.
If I think the church requires a new roof, it should have one. You understand?
Certainly, Mr. Comer.
Matter of fact, the quicker we start, the better. Now, you go get an estimate on the cost and send me the bill. That's all. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Comer. I was on my way back to the church when I noticed some sort of commotion going on in the street. 3 youngsters had another one on the ground and were pounding his head against the curbstone with a great display of enthusiasm. Whoa there. Now, let's break it up. What kind of a fight is this 3 against 1?
Here, son. Come on, let's get on.
Now, wait. Hold on, boys. Hold on. All right, now, take it easy. They've gone. What's this all about? Here you go. Blow. Now, what's it all about?
Oh, they chase me all the time.
What for?
Oh, 'cause they hate me.
Well, why should they hate you?
On account of I'm adopted.
Oh. What's your name, son?
James.
James what?
Just James.
I see. Here, you better brush yourself off. Where do you live, Jimmy?
Around.
Well, that sounds like an interesting address. You might have a tough time getting your mail.
Well, I better go now. Thanks.
Oh, that's all right. Maybe you can do the same for me sometime.
Well, so long.
Oh, just a minute.
Huh?
I'm going that way, too. Mind if I walk with you?
I guess not.
If you're going as far as the church, why don't you stop in at the rectory?
What for?
A glass of milk, Jimmy, nice and cold.
Milk?
With cookies?
Oh, well,
Take another cake if you like.
Oh, thanks.
Have you ever been here before?
Church? Uh-uh.
Oh, that's too bad. You know, I was thinking of getting some fellas together this summer for ball games. Do you like baseball, Jimmy?
Oh, I sure do. Wait, you gonna have to come to church to play ball?
Not necessarily. What's your objection to church?
I don't believe in God.
Oh? Oh. When did you decide that?
A long time ago. They say there's a God and he looks after people and he helps them out if they pray. Yeah, well, I prayed and it don't work.
Well, how do you know it doesn't?
Well, I'm still adopted, ain't I? I haven't got my own father and mother, have I?
I see. You asked God to straighten out an adoption matter.
And he don't do nothing about it.
Look, Jimmy, there's a lot of folks asking favors of the Lord. They keep him pretty busy, believe me. He hears every prayer. But sometimes God doesn't answer them in the way we'd like to have him.
You mean he didn't want to help me?
Oh, no. I mean that perhaps God wanted you to help yourself. You see, it's this way, Jimmy. Being adopted is really a pretty wonderful thing if you stop and think it over. Now, you take the average baby that's born. His parents have to accept him sight unseen, don't they?
I guess so.
If they want a boy and get a girl instead, there's nothing they can do about it. No way of sending back for another model. But on the other hand, you take someone who's adopted. Now, people have a chance to look him over. They can decide whether they want him or not. So when someone picks you, Jimmy, you can be sure that you're exactly what they want.
That's not so. Nobody wants me.
Of course they do. Tell me, who takes care of you, Jimmy?
My uncle, Uncle Larry.
Larry Sloan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's you, Sloan. Oh, now, this is what I call a coincidence.
I gotta go into town for more bricks. I got the wall hat. Jimmy, what are you doing here?
Nothing. I'm going now.
How's school been, kid?
All right.
Look, I'm sorry about not seeing you much lately. I've been sick.
You've been drunk. Everybody says so.
Well, maybe so, Jim.
They're always laughing at me and calling me names, all on account of you.
I'm sorry, boy, honest.
Sloan, wait a minute. Sloan! Jimmy stayed around the church with me after that. I got him a room at one of the neighbors. The weeks lengthened into months, and never a word from Sloan. He had disappeared. Where? Well, that was anyone's guess. Gradually, improvements were added to the church, thanks largely to the animosity existing between one Mr. Comer and one Mr. Kane. When it came time to paint the church, I presented my problem to Mr. Kane. Mr. Kane, I was just talking with Mr. Comer in regard to painting the church.
Hey?
It appears that Mr. Comer is dead set against it.
Well, you can hardly expect a scavenger to appreciate a thing of beauty. I say paint the church. And charge it to Michael Caine.
And weeks later, when a new boiler for the basement was needed, I approached Mr. Comer. Mr. Comer, I just spoke to Mr. Caine on the matter of a new boiler for the church.
Yes?
I'm afraid Mr. Caine is rather adamant.
And I'm afraid Mr. Caine is just plain addled. Go ahead, install your boiler. Never let it be said that Henry Comer stands in the way of progress.
Well, our congregation seemed to grow with the church, and I was able now to devote more time to Jimmy. But all my efforts to help him overcome his sense of inferiority met with very little success. He avoided the other youngsters in the village at every turn. And then one day, I put him to whitewashing the fence. Some boys from school came by. I overheard the conversation from the rectory window.
Look at James. Gotta paint the fence.
Oh, go on away.
Well, who adopted you now? Yeah. And where's Sloan? Drunk again?
Now, why don't you beat it?
Oh, why don't you make it?
You better paint that wall real nice, Jamesy, if you don't want to be bopped with the Bible.
Hey, shut up.
Jimmy,
Yeah?
come over here a minute.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want you to keep painting that wall, Jimmy. I don't want you to leave it.
Yeah, but there's some guys
Never mind those guys. Jim, don't you know the story of Tom Sawyer?
I don't think so.
Well, Tom Sawyer had a problem, just about like yours. Some fellas started razzing him while he was whitewashing the back fence. You know what he did?
What?
He used a little, psychology.
Psychology?
Mm-hmm. You see, Tom figured that as long as he had to do the fence, he might as well. The boys started stopping by the church regularly after that. From there on in, it was easy. We decided to organize a club for sports and outings. We decided to start off with a football field on the lot behind Mr. Comer's store. Uh-oh.
Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't think I could kick that far.
All right. Who broke my window? Speak up now.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Comer. I'm afraid I'm to blame.
Oh, you were the one.
Yeah.
Kicking a football through people's windows like a common ragamuffin. A man of your station.
I can assure you it wasn't intentional, Mr. Comer. I'll assume all responsibility.
Oh, is that so? And I suppose you'll assume the bill for the broken window.
Well,
Just as I thought. Since your first day in this town, you've seemed determined to change things to your satisfaction. I should like to make it clear to you that you are Hooker Town's servant, not its keeper. Frankly, I think you're a born troublemaker. Always have. Now, this particular incident bears me out. Therefore, I'm afraid that I'll be obliged to write to the bishop this week. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Comer. Well, Comer didn't waste any time. 2 days later, I received a letter. The bishop would appreciate my paying a call.
Come in.
Good morning, Bishop.
Well, good morning, Tom. Sit down.
Thank you.
Just a minute, Oh, yes. I have a letter here from a Mr. Comer.
Yes, I thought you would.
It appears that one Mr. Comer is not entirely satisfied with your presence at Hookertown.
I'm aware of that, Bishop.
Mr. Comer informs me that you are continually requesting large sums of money.
Oh, for church improvements, Bishop.
What about the broken window?
Just recently, I thought I might organize a boys' club. And during our football scrimmage, one of the lads happened to boot the ball through Mr. Comer's window.
Must have been quite a boot.
Oh, it was, Bishop. A good 50 yards.
How old is the boy?
Oh, I'd say he was about 14.
Just 14. 50 yards, you say it was?
As pretty a spiral kick as you've ever seen, Bishop.
Well, now, that's truly a feat.
Yeah.
You know, kicking was one of my failings in prep school. I could get accuracy, but no distance. I remember one time... I believe it was the Brookfield game. Yes, it was. Yes, we were behind 13-6, and let me see. We were discussing
a broken window.
Yes, of course. Well, now as pastor of that gang of football players, what do you intend to do about this matter?
Well, I can assure Mr. Comer that there will be no recurrence of this unfortunate incident. We've already decided on another vacant lot quite some distance from Mr. Comer's establishment.
Yes, that would be more fitting. And what about the cost of the window?
Well, if you'll allow me time, Bishop, I'll do my very best to make restitution.
Of course you will. Well, that seems to take care of everything. Just like I always say, there's nothing like a nice, friendly talk to get things ironed out. I'll write a letter to Mr. Comer. You know, oil on the turbulent parochial water.
Was there something further?
No, I guess not, no. Thanks very much for coming. Oh, Tom.
Yes, Bishop?
Stay a moment, if you please. I'd like to hear more about this lad who can kick a football 50 yards.
I was late getting back to the church that night. As I started up the walk to the rectory, I heard someone behind me. Larry Sloan.
I've been away. I've been doing odd jobs on the road. I made a few dollars here. Take it.
Well, what's this for?
Well, I heard what you done for Jimmy, and it was swell of you to put him up. I thought maybe I could pay you back something for his keep.
Oh, Jimmy more than earns his own way, Larry. I'm glad to have him around.
Oh, that's fine. How is he?
Oh, he's tip-top. Wouldn't you like to see him?
No, I done enough to him. Just leave things be, huh? Take the dough, and I guess I better be hitting the road. I almost forgot to tell you. I ain't been drinking. Ain't touched a drop since the day I left.
Oh, that's fine, Larry.
That's your Uncle Larry? Hey, Uncle Larry.
Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah, where you been, Uncle Larry? Gosh, I missed you.
Did you, Jimmy?
Hey, I'm sorry about what I said that day. I don't hate you, honest I do, and I've even been praying for you.
Oh, that's real nice of you.
You know, there's one thing that still bothers me. It hasn't been fixed yet. About that wall, Larry.
Well, I'd like to help you, see, but you understand it's...
Are you going back on Abdul?
Abdul? I almost forgot about him, huh? Look, really, I'm sorry. I just got a blow, that's all.
Oh, you're not leaving?
Yeah, Jimmy, I got a lot of things to do.
Oh, now don't leave, Uncle Larry. Oh, well, you wouldn't want me to go through all that praying again, would you?
Well, it's kind of tough to explain, kid. You see...
This is where you belong, Larry. We want you to stay.
Yeah, that's right, Unc. We want you. Oh, come on. Let's go home.
Home? All right, kid, let's go home.
Next morning, I stopped by Kane's grocery. I wasn't seeking a contribution for the church this time. This was a rather unusual request. I told him Larry Sloan's story. Would he loan Sloan enough money to start his own masonry? To which Kane replied,
I most certainly would not. Sloan's a worthless tramp, and I can't see how he's ever going to change. Go see Henry Comer. Maybe he can help you out.
Which is precisely what I did. Mr. Comer's answer to my request was rather surprising.
Michael Kane, for the first time in his life, is absolutely right. I wouldn't finance that drunkard for one solitary cent. Good day.
Oh, just one moment, Mr. Comer.
What is it?
Mr. Comer, next week, the spring appointments are coming out. New pastors are assigned to various churches. Others are transferred to different towns.
I'm familiar with the clerical activities of the church.
Well, if a pastor expressed a desire for transfer, the request would be carefully considered.
Oh?
Yes, sometimes the request is granted.
Very interesting.
Mr. Comer, I have a slight suspicion that I've been getting in your hair.
You certainly have. I lost a plate glass window for one thing, and you practically tricked me into carrying most of the parish expenses. Kane and I are getting wise to you.
Yes. I knew you'd catch up with me sometime. Well, let's say I make a petition for a transfer.
Kane and I would certainly appreciate it.
Would you appreciate it to the extent of getting together and seeing your way clear to help Mr. Sloan financially?
That's a bargain.
Fine. It's a bargain. Well, there it is, Bishop. The whole story.
So that's the reason you asked for a transfer.
A bargain's a bargain.
I see. I can understand how you must feel about Hookertown. But that chapter's over, Tom. Time to turn the page.
I know, but... Croydon, I wonder if I belong here. The parish is wealthy. These people, they don't have the same problems.
People are the same in every place, Tom. Everyone needs the help of God.
I hope I'll be worthy, Bishop.
Of course you will. And you'll be happy here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you the new pastor?
As of this morning, yes, sir.
Well, now, this is a stroke of luck. We should have a talk. We should have a talk right now.
Yes?
My name is Sheridan. I am the owner and president of Sheridan's department store.
Well, I'm very happy to...
Later, please. I should like to warn you about a certain Mr. Walker, one of our druggists here in Croydon. The man has some fool idea about installing chimes in the bell tower. Now, as the church's foremost contributor, I have no intention of tolerating this waste of time and good money. And furthermore, I would...
Pardon me, just a minute.
Certainly.
Good morning.
How do you do?
You're the new pastor.
That's right, sir.
Well, I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. My name is Walker.
The gentleman I was telling you about.
Well, Sheridan, I see you didn't waste any time getting down here. If you were as fast on Sunday mornings...
I had no idea that the pastor would be here.
I'll bet.
Now, see here,
Walker, Gentlemen, please. I'm sure we can talk this matter over sensibly. Now, about these chimes...
I tell you, we don't need chimes. It's foolishness.
Well, I appreciate your feeling in the matter. However, Mr. Sheridan, I wonder if you're familiar with the story of Abdul Bulbul Amir?
You know, while I listened to Top Man, I got to thinking. Yes, I was thinking that a happy family is, well, it's the most wonderful thing in the world. Wonderful for mother, father, and children, for the community and for the country. But everybody knows it isn't something that comes just with dreaming. It doesn't come even with planning and working hard. No, because maybe you can honestly say you've given everything to make your family happy. You dreamed, you planned, you worked hard to make your home happy. You gave it all you had. But now you feel, well, now you're afraid that your marriage is going on the rocks. You don't know what's going to happen. And you're not only scared for yourself, you're especially scared because of your children. And you're thinking of calling it quits. You've decided that you tried everything and can't make a go of it. But you're wrong. You're dead wrong. Have you tried everything? Have you tried the simplest and most powerful thing? Prayer. Yes, sincere prayer. Have you tried asking God to help you when the job became too big, too tough? He can help you. So say a prayer. And pray together with your family. Because a family that prays together stays together. Now, this is J. Carroll Nash saying good night and God bless you.
Before saying goodnight, we wish to thank Vincent Price for his performance as Supple. A word of thanks also to Lou Reed for writing tonight's play, and to Max Terre for his music. Mel Williamson directed, and John Ryder produced the program, portions of which were transcribed. Others who appeared in our play tonight were Ralph Moody, Herbert Litton, Don Doolittle, Jack Nestle, Gerald Moore, David McMahon, Joel Davis, Tommy Bernard, and Tommy Cook. Next week, our Family Theater star will be William Gargan. Your host will be Dennis Morgan. This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by the actors and technicians in the motion picture and radio industries. This program is heard overseas through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Services. Tony Loprano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents Home for Thanksgiving, starring Paul Henreid and Joan Leslie. Charles Boyer is your host. More
more things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Across the country tonight, in millions of hearts and homes, there is a spirit of happiness and thanksgiving. It is more than thanks for turkey dinners, more than our happiness in the reunion of family and friends. It is a renewal of our faith and trust in God. For Thanksgiving Day is meaningless without our prayers of thanks to Him whose goodness comes to us each day. We are thankful for the gifts we have in material things in a world where there is hunger and privation. We are thankful for our freedom to life, liberty and happiness in a world where there is hatred and oppression. Thankful for our spiritual treasures of faith in God and the brotherhood of men. Thankful for our homes where, in peace, we can gather together as a family to pray. This is the spirit of thanksgiving, and prayers go up from millions of homes where families gather together tonight to offer this simple prayer: Thanks be to God.
Charles Boyer will return later in the program. Now, tonight's Family Theater stars Joan Leslie and Paul Henry in True Boardman's Home for Thanksgiving. The time, this day. The place, a town in Austria, not far from the German border. The people, Stefan Brannick and Mary, his wife. Here, then, is Home for Thanksgiving.
Mary?
Yes, Stefan?
You were not asleep?
No, I was waiting for you.
I finished.
Oh, read it to me.
Oh, I don't know. It says it all badly, but perhaps somehow behind the words is what I feel for this day. I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Read it, dear.
Very well. 27th November, 1947. Dear and beloved child-to-be, tonight your father records in this journal the doings of a single day, a day of which you must have full knowledge in the years of your own understanding. Your father writes it in deep affection and with great humility of spirit. He writes it with a prayer, the prayer that in your life there may come to be at least one such day as this has been for me. Here then, dear child, here for you with your mother's love and my own, is the journal of this day, the day of your parents' homecoming to the land of your fathers.
Oh, Stefan, and you were afraid that what you felt was not in your words. It's beautiful. Go on.
Sunrise of this day, my child, found your mother and me already on our way from our last overnight stop in Germany. As the sun made gold the sky of dawn, we rode eagerly along the main highway from Passau to Linz. Of our vehicle, we were very proud. It was a truck, a 2.5-ton truck, and I, at its wheel, felt like a conquering hero returning from the wars.
Stefan?
Yes?
Take it easy, darling. You said yourself it was only 100 kilometers, and we have all day.
Was I going too fast? I'm sorry.
I don't mind, but you look so intent. Watching you drive, I could only think of Ben-Hur and the chariot.
I am flattered, but Brunhilde is not. She's far superior to any chariot.
You know, sometimes I think that if you ever really had to choose between this truck and me, I'd be the one to lose out.
It would be a difficult decision. To me, you are both beautiful. And Brunhilde does not have the habit of looking at me out of the corner of her headlights and laughing at me.
Maybe she doesn't love you enough to laugh at you.
She loves me to the bottom of her carburetor.
And besides, I wasn't laughing. Not really. I was just happy for you. You're like a 10-year-old. You're so excited.
And why not? When any moment now we shall arrive at the border, after nearly 10 years. Would you expect me to be calm?
On the contrary. The moment we cross into Austria, I fully expect you to stop Brunhilde, get out, and kiss the ground. That's what a lot of our GIs did when they got home.
Well, I shall vary the procedure. Instead, I shall stop Brunhilde and kiss my American wife.
Oh, darling, I am so happy for you. For both of us. But mostly for you. We should make a kind of family holiday of this date. The day the Brannick family came home.
It's a good idea. Let's see, what's today? Thursday, November the 27th.
Stefan, I didn't realize. Thursday, the last Thursday in November? It's Thanksgiving.
Yes, of course. This is a holiday in America.
Yes, a wonderful one.
Tell me, what would you do this day if you were home?
Well, the family would go to church, all of us together. Then Jim, my brother, and I would go with Dad to a football game. Then there'd be the family Thanksgiving dinner.
A real feast, eh?
Oh, I'll say. Turkey with a wonderful chestnut dressing Mom makes. Cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes and giblet gravy, 2 or 3 vegetables, salad, and mince pie or plum pudding with brandy sauce. Then, after dinner, when the dishes were all done, we'd all gather in the living room before a fire, and I'd play while the whole family sang songs. My dad always felt that too many people forgot the real meaning of Thanksgiving, and he didn't want us to. So we'd always sing. A hymn or two at first, and then old songs that we all knew and loved. We were good, too. Mom's contralto, my sister Carol's soprano, and Dad's deep, deep bass. And Jim trying to hold melody with a shaky baritone. I can hear them now. I hope...
I'm sure you can.
Oh, Stefan, stop the truck. Please, please now.
Well?
Darling, listen. Oh, I know how that must have sounded, but all of that belongs to Mary Connors, a girl who doesn't exist anymore. I'm Mrs. Mary Brannick, and there's no place in the world I'd rather be at this moment than here with my husband, the man I love, the man whose child I'm going to be proud to bear. That's true, Stefan. I give you my word it is.
Yes, darling. I believe it is. Mary Brannick, I love you very much.
Oh, darling, hold me.
Now, we go on. See, the place you choose to stop, just ahead.
The border.
There will be a delay here while our papers are checked and our goods examined. You had best wait in the customs house.
All right.
Perhaps there'll be coffee. Look. Oh, but of course. You should have expected it. There is an American MP in addition to the Austrian border guard.
Halt!
Stefan, don't say anything. Let's see if he can tell.
Halt, Grenzinspektion.
Guten Morgen, Herr Inspektor. Mein Name ist Stefan Brannick. Meine Frau und ich fahren nach Nurhofen. Alle Papiere sind in Ordnung.
Ich werde die Papiere durchsehen. Aber der amerikanische Feldwebel muss sie auch examinieren.
Aha. Oh, hello. Good day, Sergeant. My name is Brannick.
Oh, good morning. Glad you speak English. My name's Jensen. The truck you're on?
Yes, war surplus, purchased from UNRWA. I have the bill of sales right here.
Okay, we'll check it. Say, this may take a little while. Maybe your wife would like to wait inside where it's warm.
Maybe she would.
Oh, she speak English, too?
Well, a little, you know.
Gnädig Frau, inside, warm rest?
Thanks, Sergeant. It sounds like a great idea. See, Stefan, I'm a success.
Oh, you're an American.
Check.
Where from?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
Hey, the captain's from Seattle and his wife's from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, we're practically neighbors.
Look, miss, ma'am, you stay right inside and I'll call the captain. He'll want you to stop in and see his wife. They're billeted just a little ways from here. Mrs. Davis is crazy for news from home.
Well, Sergeant, I'm sure Mrs. Brannick would be delighted to meet your captain's wife. Make your call by all means, Mary.
And here are 2 New York Times, 3 Portland Oregonians, and last month's Reader's Digest. Oh, and a September Superman comic. That was my husband.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Davis. You're a gold mine. And I'm sorry I'm a disappointment. I wish for your sake I'd stepped off a plane from New York 3 days ago instead of 3 years. I'd be a much better news source.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You're from home. That's the thing. You say you came over with UNRWA?
Yes, in 44. My father and brothers were all in service, and I was just out of college, and...
And you were tired of studying about the world? You wanted to do something about it?
I guess that's it. I was in England till after VE Day. Then I was transferred to Paris. That's where I met Stefan. He worked for UNRWA, too, after his release from Germany.
He was a prisoner?
For 4 years. He left Austria in 38 when Hitler came in. Then, when the war started, he joined the French army. He was captured at the Sedan breakthrough.
More coffee?
thanks. It's good.
So you're going to live in Neerhoffen?
Yes. Stefan's family has lived there for 200 years.
Oh? Then they're there, expecting you?
No, there's just the house. Stefan's entire family... Well, I'm his family now.
Oh, I see. He hasn't been back before, since the war?
No.
Neerhoffen. Phil and I drove through there this summer. I don't mean to discourage you, but I hope you realize that...
It's badly damaged? I do. We both do. Stefan says it's the penalty his birthplace paid for being a crossroads of transportation. It was an important target from the air. But for that same reason, it will rebuild quickly and be important in the new Austria.
Oh, of course it will. Mrs. Brannick, there's just one other thing. This is none of my business, but... Well, it's about your baby.
Oh, my baby will be born in Neerhoffen. Both Stefan and I want that.
Yes, I know, and I can understand how you feel, but... Well, honey, to be frank, some Europeans are often more concerned with tradition than with common sense. There's no hospital now in Neerhoffen. There is, of course, at Linz. And so when the time comes...
Mrs. Davis, it just happens that my grandmother was born in a stagecoach between Tombstone and Phoenix. So I think that Neerhoffen will do for Stefan's child. Thanks, though, for the advice.
I like you, Mary Brannick. I think you're an incurable romantic, but I like you. And what's more, I envy you.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Oh, here are the men folk. Well, that's how it goes. When I want Phil to hurry with an inspection, it takes forever. And then when I wish he'd be a little longer, you...
Come in, Brannick. Thank you. If I know my wife, she's now qualified to write a detailed biography of your entire family.
No, you would have to hurry, so I've missed 3 chapters.
Are we all ready, Stefan?
Yes, all ready. Brunhilde is waiting impatiently. Oh, you sure you won't stay a while, Brannick?
Oh, yes. Look, it's Thanksgiving, and we have a turkey, frozen. It came in this month's rations. Stay and share it with us and go on tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Davis, but we are expected.
Expected? By an empty house in a ruined town?
Clara.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. It's just that I'd really like to have you stay. Very much.
Clara's a little homesick, I'm afraid. Maybe it's just a day.
Goodbye, Mrs. Davis. Come to see us when you can. It's only... How far from here, Stefan?
Oh, about 65 kilometers, a 2-hour drive. You'll be most welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you both. And good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye, and goodbye, Captain. Goodbye, Brannick.
Goodbye, Mrs. Davis. Goodbye, Captain. Happy Thanksgiving.
And such, dear child to be, was the entrance of your mother and myself into Austria, with words of welcome and words of warning. And we rode on through towns and valleys that grew more familiar to me with each kilometer. And then at last, at long, long last, a turn off the narrow highway and a sign, a shell-ridden sign still faintly legible that read, Neerhoffen. Slowly we drove through the town, wordless. On every side, buildings I had known since childhood were shattered and in ruins. And then we neared our street, the street where our house was waiting for its owners. And here it was. Our silence was broken.
We're nearly there, Stefan.
The next block, and to the right.
Oh, my darling.
Mary, this is foolish, but I wish you to close your eyes now, until I shall tell you, until the house is there before us. I want you to see just alone, apart from all the rest of this destruction.
Of course. Now, go on.
It'll just be a moment. The trees still stand in the parkway as before. Good. And now we turn here and... It can't be.
Stefan.
A ruined wall. A pile of debris. This is what remains.
Darling, it's a mistake. You've forgotten the wrong street.
No. It's no mistake.
But you were sure. You'd written. The field man who had been here. He wrote that he'd seen the Brannick house with his own eyes. It was untouched.
He was wrong, Mary. That is evident.
Look, there on the wall. Something's written.
Yes, come. Let's see.
What does it say?
Haus von Karl Brannick durch einen Volltreffer zerstört. It says, House of Karl Brannick, destroyed in air raid 14th August 1944. Entire family killed. Nearest possible living relative, Stefan Brannick. Last known address, Dachau 4, Germany.
So we're home at last, Steph. Home to the house of your fathers. Home for Thanksgiving.
Mary.
Please, Stephen, let me be alone, just for a little. I'm going to cry, and I don't want to cry before you.
My darling.
Oh, please, Stephen, I'm not blaming you. I just want to be alone.
There are moments for which there are no words. When to love truly is to be silent. And so I watched as Mary quickly turned and moved back to the truck and inside. I saw her bend low over the heavy wheel, her slender shoulders rising and falling in a convulsive rhythm of her deep despair. And in my heart, too, there was bitterness no less than hers. So I turned away to seek a silence of my own. Walking swiftly down familiar streets that were familiar no longer. And as I walked, a single thought kept pounding on my brain. The thought that I realized had become a prayer. How could I make up for this to her? Lord in heaven, how could I bring back to my wife her faith in the plans we had made, plans for our life together? And suddenly, there before me, in the things I saw with my own eyes, was a possible answer. If only she could see them too, if she could see and understand. I turned and ran back to the street where once my home had stood. There, still in the truck, sitting very straight, her tears gone, her face a mask, was Mary. And she spoke very quietly as I came to her.
Stephen, I'm sorry. That never happened to me before. It won't again. What have you decided? Where do we go?
Mary, my darling, come with me, please.
Where?
I know what you must feel at this moment. Our hopes, like our homes, seem shattered and destroyed. There seems nothing on which to build. But perhaps... No, I won't say it. Instead, you shall see. Come, Mary. Come now with me. Here. This you must see first.
A house being rebuilt.
Not just a house, Mary. Do you see the old man over there who supervises the work? Let us go and speak to him.
You know him?
Oh, very well. We shall see if he still knows me. Herr Pfarrer?
Ja? Ja, was möchten Sie?
Oh, Herr Pfarrer Brunner. Erinnern Sie sich noch an mich?
Ist das... Aber ja, Stefan Brannick.
Ja.
Willkommen, mein Sohn.
Herr Pfarrer, das ist meine Frau. Sie spricht nur ein wenig Deutsch. Sie ist eine Amerikanerin. Mary, this is Pastor Brunner.
How do you do, Father Brunner?
Welcome, my child. So beautiful. Stefan, you were always the lucky one.
The work here, it's the church you're rebuilding?
Yeah. You see, for a tractor, we use what was once a German tank. For materials, what we can find. For labor, the hands of all who can serve. It goes slow, but it goes sure. Stefan, you have returned to Neuhofen to remain?
I'm not sure yet, Herr Pfarrer.
Oh, may it be so. And you, Frau Brannick, may the honor be mine to christen your child within the newly risen walls of this church, if God wills.
Thank you, Herr Pastor.
Well, come, Mary. One other place you must see. Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Pfarrer. Auf
Wiedersehen, Stefan. Wiedersehen. Gott sei mit euch.
And this too I wished you to see, Mary.
Boys playing soccer. But
Yes.
that's not a ball they're playing with.
No, a bunch of rags bound with wire. With this they must do.
But they play wonderfully.
It was always so in Nordhofen.
Stefan, that boy over there, he's not playing. Why not?
I don't know. Well, we'll ask him. Hello, du, Junge.
Ja, mein Herr. Haben Sie mich gerufen?
Ja, sag, warum spielst du denn nicht?
Das ist ein Meisterschaftsspiel. Ich bin Ersatzspieler.
Oh, I see. He says this is a championship. He's only second team.
Oh, that explains it.
Oh, you are English. I speak English. My name is Otto. You have chocolate?
No, Otto, I'm sorry. I'm an American.
I have American shoes,
see?
Oh, yes, they're fine.
A little big, Otto, but fine.
A friend of mine here was a corporal. He is home now. Do you know a Corporal Feldstein in America?
Otto, wir brauchen dich. Ersatzspieler.
Oh, I am in. I play.
Good.
Sofort. Excuse me. I go
Sure.
to save the day for Nurhofen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Good luck, Otto. Shall we stay and watch, Stefan?
No, Mary, let us go back. Now we must talk. Once and for all, we must decide. And so in the early dusk of the autumn day, Mary and I walked back toward Brunhilde, arm in arm. And for a time that seemed forever, both of us were silent. And I suddenly felt forlorn and sad with a strange new sadness. Had then Mary not understood what by these things I tried to say? But if she did, there was no word of it. And like a sudden cloud, the futility of all this was upon me. And when I spoke, it was sharply and in bitterness, my decision already made. She was right.
Who was? What do you mean?
The wife of the captain at the border. We should have stayed there. I see that now. We'll go back. There is still time.
Stefan, what are you saying?
I'm saying what is true. I had no right to bring you to a dying town in a sick and ruined country. For my own pride, I subjected you to this, and with this I endow our child. Well, it shall not be. We shall go back.
Stefan, listen to me. Even if we were to go, it couldn't be tonight. It's late. I'm tired.
Tomorrow, then, I'll find somehow a place for us to sleep in. Tomorrow we return the way we came. It shall be so.
Shall it, Stefan?
Please go back to the truck. I'll find shelter and meet you there. Shelter for the night. In other days, it would have been easily found. But in a town where each house still standing already had a family in every room, it was most difficult. But at last, in the home of an old friend who remembered me, it was arranged. For one night only, I assured them. And so for the last time this day, I walked back and turned the corner of the street where Brunhilde had been parked, before the ruins of my childhood home. The truck was gone. Unbelieving, I ran on, from the corner to where it had stood. And then I saw, there amid the debris, close against the shattered wall, back on the property where the house itself had stood, was Brunhilde. And as I approached, I saw on the tailboard of the truck, scribbled in bad German script, which I recognized at Mary's, these words: Haus der Familie Brannig. Willkommen. House of the Brannig family. Welcome. And as I stood staring, still unbelieving, the canvas curtain across the back of the truck bed was raised, and there was Mary's face smiling at me in a pretense of impatience.
Stefan, you're late. Don't you know a Thanksgiving dinner shouldn't be kept waiting?
Still only half believing, I entered the house of Familie Brannig. There, with a kind of magic, the truck had been made into a room. To one side, blankets and sleeping bags had become a bed. And just behind the cab, on packing boxes, a table was laid with candles and a bottle of wine, and garnished with cheese and biscuits from a K ration, an open can of Spam. Again I looked in wonder, and Mary said,
Stefan, will you please say grace so we can sit down and carve the turkey? I had trouble enough warming it on the engine. If we don't hurry, it'll be cold. Oh, and since I have my choice, I'll have a drumstick and a piece of breast.
Mary Brannig, what is this?
Oh, I just moved in, that's all. Incidentally, will you please teach me to drive Brunhilde? I had an awful time getting her started and up on the lot.
I will also teach you to write better German. So this is the house of the Brannig family.
Stefan, did you really think I didn't know what you were trying to do? Give me my Thanksgiving. The church with your Pastor Brunner. The football game with the boys playing soccer on the ruined field. But one part of the day you couldn't give. The feast. That's a woman's job, Stefan. The wife's job. My job.
My darling, what can I say? I love you. I love you more than you can know.
We couldn't leave, Stefan. We have so much. Each other, our child, Brunhilde, so many things. And, darling, how will the world ever be made new if people like us are afraid?
And so, dear child to be, this day is past of which I've written this journal for your eyes to someday read. Written that you may know in the years to come of a truth I've learned this day from your own mother. The truth that a day of thanksgiving belongs to no one people and no one land, but is in the hearts of all people, of all nations, who love and understand and who face each today with courage and each tomorrow with unbounded faith. Written at Noorhofen, this 27th day of November, 1947. The day your mother and I, in the goodness of God's blessing, came home for Thanksgiving.
Paul Henreid and Joan Leslie have starred in tonight's Family Theater presentation, Home for Thanksgiving. Now, our host for this evening, Charles Boyer.
Dear Lord, on this Thanksgiving Day, accept our humble thanks. We pray for all thy gifts, for sunshine, rain, for fruitful trees and fields of grain, for food and shelter and kind friends, for every blessing heaven sends, for faith to see in all things, Lord, thy gracious gifts and great reward, for hope to rise from earthly care and find fulfillment in our prayer, for love to aid, for light to see, we give our thanks by charity, for work to do, for each success, for all good health and happiness, for home and loved ones gathered here, for love and laughter and good cheer, for mercy, courage, gladness, mirth, for all good things upon this earth, dear Lord, we offer thanks and pray with joyful hearts, Thanksgiving Day. And in a reunion of many families gathered together tonight in homes all over America, there is another joy and happiness in this realization. A family that prays together, stays together. This is Charles Boyer saying good night and God bless you.
We'd like to thank Joan Leslie and Paul Henreid for their performances this evening. Our thanks to True Boardman for writing tonight's play and to Max Terre for his music. The production was directed by David Young. Next week, the stars will be Barry Fitzgerald and Sandra Barkova in O Romeo, My Romeo. This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, and by a friend of the New York Foundling Hospital, which cares for homeless and motherless babies without distinction of race, creed, or color. Tony Lafrano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents Brass Buttons, starring Regis Toomey, Walter Tetley, and Frank Phelan. Maureen O'Hara is your hostess.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Is a simple word, a simple act of lifting our minds and hearts to God, a simple word of thanks, an act of love. With these convictions about prayer, in which so many of us believe, Family Theater comes to you each week. It comes with the belief that family prayer can give us the most wonderful, the most powerful help to keep our families together. That's why Family Theater is dedicated to your family, to all families of every race and creed. Your letters during the past weeks and months since Family Theater began have been a great encouragement for us to continue. It's encouraging to know that listening to family theater has become a habit with so many, and we sincerely hope that praying together, praying as a family, has also become a habit with you. Yes, it's true. When you gather your family together, when you make daily family prayer a family practice, you will know the joy and happiness and peace of God's wonderful blessing.
Yes?
Officer Denton is here. Transfer from the 23rd Precinct.
Oh, yes, send him in. Denton?
Yes, sir.
Sit down. I've just been looking at your papers, Denton. According to the records, this is your third transfer this year.
That's right.
That's a little bit unusual.
I just don't get along with all these schoolboy cops that are coming onto the force, that's all.
You don't seem to get along with people in general, Denton. There are a few complaints about rough stuff on this record. I want you to know right now that doesn't go in this precinct.
What do you do with criminals? Play nurse?
No, we do our job, and we leave punishment to the courts. Besides, not all of the people who complained against you were criminals. I repeat, there'll be none of that here, understand?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You're a tough cop, but you'll find that I'm pretty tough, too.
You got me wrong, Lieutenant.
Never mind. Let me tell you why you were transferred over here to the 56th. You won't like this. None of the boys in the 23rd would ride with you anymore.
A bunch of young punks.
No, they're not, Denton. These young fellows are going to make this the best police force in the state. And I'm not going to let men like you spoil their record. A man shouldn't be pounding a beat at your age. And I don't want to put you on one. But if you can't ride with a side partner and get along with him, if you want to be alone, then I'll yank you off the cars.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant.
Yes, Lieutenant Norris.
Send Officer Thomas in.
Right, sir.
Thomas? Is that Ed Thomas, the cop they call the schoolboy hero? The one that started that boys' club?
That's right, Denton.
I heard about him. Publicity hound.
That's your version, Denton.
Tell him not to waste his time, Lieutenant. I stay away from guys like that. Far away.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to trim that distance down to about 18 inches.
You're not going to make that guy my side partner.
That's my intention.
Okay, then I'll put in for another transfer.
No, you won't, Denton. Because I'll stop it if I have to go to the commissioner personally. You've got your choice, the car or the beat.
You sent for me, sir?
Oh, yes, Ed. Come on in. Ed, this is Mac Denton. He just come over from 23. You're going to be side partners.
Good. Glad to see you, Denton.
How long have you been on the force?
Let's see, about 8 months, I guess.
Oh, long enough to know how to drive the car?
Driving the car will be your job, Denton.
What? Me drive? A 14-year man drive a rookie?
Unless you'd prefer to walk.
All right, I can take a squeeze. I'm not driving a rookie. Assign me a beat.
Lieutenant, couldn't you switch him over with somebody else? I wouldn't want to...
Save it, rookie. I can take care of myself. How about it, Lieutenant? Do I get that beat?
You certainly do, Denton.
Want me for anything else?
No. You can go now.
XY squared equals 212. If X equals 7, what does... Oh, gosh. XY squared equals the... No, quiet, boy, quiet, till I ask Dad if I can keep you. Gee, I hope he likes you. Is that you, Pop?
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you.
What was that noise I heard when I came in?
It's a dog, Pop. He followed me home. Look at him. He's a real pup. Come here.
Get him out of here. I told you 100 times not to bring stray mutts home, didn't I? This ain't the dog pound.
Yeah, but, Pop, he followed me. I could keep
Get rid of him. What's that junk all over the table?
Well, that's my homework.
Can't you find someplace else to do it? You got the whole house messed up. Pound a beat all day, then come home to something like this. Now, you're going to learn to listen to me. Get that junk clean off the table. Get that mutt out of here and make yourself useful.
All right, Pop. I'll lose the pup. Gee, I wish my mom was alive. Come on, Pop. Come on, boy. Where am I going to lose you, Pop? Where am I going to lose you? You ain't got no place to go, have you? I wish I could go with you. Honest, I do, Pop.
If you'll just let me try it, Lieutenant, it might work.
I don't know, Ed. Denton deserves what he's getting.
But he's too old to be pounding a beat. When the bad weather hits, it's going to be hard on him.
I don't know. I don't like giving in to him. You know how I feel about it. He's the kind of a cop that makes some pretty decent people think they hate all cops. And I don't like that.
But you wouldn't be giving in, Lieutenant. Look, I'll tell him that I need an old-timer with me, somebody who knows the ropes. I'll say that I made a special request for him. It'll flatter him and at the same time give him a chance to back down without making him feel that he's been beaten.
Okay, Ed, okay. His tour checked in just a little while ago. Maybe you can catch him in the locker room. I think you're sticking your neck out for trouble, though. Don't blame me if you have to come back in a week and ask me to take him off.
Don't worry, sir. I'll ask him right now. Denton. Hey, Denton.
Yeah? Oh, it's you.
Mac, I want you to do me a favor.
Like what?
Well, my side partner's kind of new on the job, see, and I don't think we should work together. He should be with one of the older fellows, and, well, so should I.
So why tell me? I ain't the police commissioner. I don't run the department.
Well, I thought maybe I could ask the lieutenant to change us around, put Jackson with somebody else, and make us side partners, you and me. How's about it?
Why? Are you flopping on the job? Is that it?
Well, things come up. I don't always know all the answers.
And you need somebody to tie your hair ribbon, huh? Well, not me. Besides, the lieutenant wouldn't go for it.
I already asked him, Mac. He says it's okay if it's all right with you.
Yeah? Well, I'll think about it. I don't like riding around with a wild kid at the wheel. It makes me nervous.
Oh, you could drive, Mac. I think that could be fixed.
Yeah? Well, okay then.
Swell. This'll be a better shift for you.
What do you mean?
Well, the hours. You'll have more time to spend with your kid.
That's my worry. I'm taking care of my kid. You take care of your business, and I'll take care of mine.
Car 19, car 19, Maple and Derby Drive, collision, Maple and Derby Drive, code 3.
A lot of accidents tonight on these wet streets.
That's a good thing that's all there is with this rookie police force. In the old days, things were rough. They kept us busy.
You don't think maybe people are getting a little bit better?
Pampering never made anybody better. A lug's a lug, and you're not going to change him by patting him on the back or putting him in a boys' club.
Car 27, car 27, 212 Redmond Avenue, Prowler now. 212 Redmond Avenue, Prowler now, 2.
There you are, Prowler. Now, if that guy only knew how to play ping-pong or belonged to a boys' club...
I don't know what you've got against boys' clubs.
Okay, I got you figured out from the start. Personally, I got nothing against you, but all this malarkey stuff...
Malarkey?
Yeah. It's like this. You come into the cops. You got big sounding words. You talk about social benefit stuff. You make a big toot before the commissioner. You got class. You got a college degree. Boom, you're a sergeant. Boom, you're a lieutenant. You guys make me sick.
You resent that, don't you, Mac?
No, I love it. I sweat out 14 years on the force. I know the score. I've been shot at, yeah, and hit a couple of times, too, and I know what a nightstick's for. So I am not good enough. I know that Regulation 63 is being broken when I see it, but I can't write it down from memory. So I ain't good enough.
I know. You can use a gun and a nightstick, but when it comes to using your head, that's not in your line, is it?
Car 37, car 37, Gray's Market, burglar inside, caution, code 2.
It's about time we got a buzz tonight. Here we go.
It's right in the next block.
Yeah, lay off the siren. I'll use the car to block the alley in case he makes a break that way.
Right.
Here we are.
Remember, Mac, don't shoot unless you have to.
I know my business.
There's a door open.
Whoever's in there, call out and walk toward this door with your hands up.
You're blocked both ways, so be smart. I'll use my flashlight, Mac. Keep me covered.
Right.
There's nothing over here. Maybe hiding in between counters. You take the other aisle with your light.
No, there's nothing behind these. Take a look in the refrigerator.
First, take a look behind those packing cases over there.
There he goes. Stop! Push me. You ruined my shot.
Hurry up. Put your gun away.
Don't shoot, mister. Please, mister.
All right, kid. Come on out and turn your face to the wall.
You got him?
Yeah, better give him a frisk. What's the matter, Mac?
That sweater. Turn around, kid. Turn around.
You know him, Mac?
Yeah. Yeah, I know him. He's my kid.
Why don't you stop crying, Jimmy? It won't help now. You know, there's a lot to think of.
Why doesn't my father come to see me? He doesn't even come to see me.
Well, it isn't pleasant for him to see you in the detention home. You know, it might only make both of you feel worse. Don't you think it might be better to wait until you get out of here and then you can meet at home without feeling so bad?
That isn't why he doesn't come. I know he's mad at me. He thinks I'm no good.
Oh, no. It takes longer than 13 years for a boy to get to be no good, Jimmy. People get over mistakes, you know, and other people forgive you one mistake very quickly when they're sure you don't intend to make it again.
My father isn't like that.
Oh, of course he's like that, Jimmy. Now, you just be patient and wait and see. The probation officer will see him soon, and then you'll be free to go home, and all this will be forgotten.
Will you come and see me again?
Sure, Jimmy. Every day while you're here. And when you get out, there's a friend of yours that wants to see you, too, but he can't come here.
Who is it?
Oh, just a pooch.
You got him? You got my pup?
Sure. And you'll have him back just as soon as the probation officer gets to see your dad.
Mr. Denton?
Yeah?
I'm Mrs. Winter, the probation officer.
Oh, come in.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the unusual circumstances.
Yeah, the circumstances. You want to ask me some questions?
Yes. Is Jimmy an only child, Mr. Denton?
Yeah.
And his mother, your wife, is dead?
Yeah.
Has the boy ever been in trouble before? I mean, anything that you know of. Oh, not necessarily an arrest.
No, and he never will be again. Take my word for that. He's going to toe the line once this is over.
I see. How about his outside interests? How does he occupy his time aside from school and his studies?
Oh, like any other kid.
Yes, but how is that?
How should I know? Who knows what kids do when nobody's around watching them?
Didn't he ever tell you anything about his interests?
No. He never told me much about anything. He's a kid that don't talk much.
Can you give me the names of his friends? The ones he spent most of his time with?
Oh, I don't know. All kids look alike to me.
I see. You don't think he'd get into trouble again if he were put on probation and allowed to come home?
I know he won't. Once I get my hands on him again, he's going to be a very smart boy.
You've had occasion to chastise him before? Physically, I mean?
Oh, I slapped him around a couple of times to keep him in line. But nothing like what he's going to get this time, believe me.
I believe you, Mr. Denton. Thank you very much. I've just been to see your father, Jimmy.
Is he all right?
Yes, he's fine. He wants you to come home. I said he wants you to come home.
Yes, sir.
You want to go home, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Are you and your father good friends, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
He never strikes you, does he?
No. No, he never hits me. We get along fine. Except maybe...
Maybe what?
Oh, nothing.
I understand your mother was a very wonderful lady.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You've missed her a lot.
Yes, sir.
Was your father very fond of her?
Oh, yes.
I'll bet the three of you had wonderful times together, didn't you?
Yeah. We used to go to the beach when Pop was off from work. And on Sunday we went to church together. And Mom was always happy on the way from church. She was always sort of happy.
Has your father changed much since then?
No.
You wouldn't be afraid to go home to him, Jimmy?
No.
You aren't afraid he might punish you?
No, I told you. No, he never hits me. Don't you say he does. Don't you say anything about my father. People don't have to know.
Is Mr. Mac Denton in the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Denton, will you please step up here before the bench? You are the father of the accused, James Denton?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
I've been reading the probation report in this case, and while the story of an irresponsible parent is not a new one, it's been especially disturbing in this instance since you've had every possible opportunity to conduct yourself differently.
I've always given my boy everything he needed. He had no right to go stealing. And...
Why did he steal, Mr. Denton? Because you refused him the simple privilege of having a pet, a small animal.
Oh, so that's why he stole. Because I didn't let him have a dog, huh?
Strangely enough, the answer is yes. Did you ever attempt to find out why your son entered 4 different stores and what it was he attempted to steal?
No, I didn't.
Would it surprise you to know that he was after a simple thing like dog food to feed the starving animal? Dog food, Officer Denton. You had that boy so terrified he was afraid to take even the scraps from your own table.
How do you know that? Is that what he says? Do you take the word of a kid caught stealing?
We take his word for it because from all indications the child is almost completely without desire to lie.
He's my kid. And when I get him home, I'll handle him.
Yes, he may be your child, but it's the opinion of this court that you have been anything but a father to the boy. I'll withhold any verdict in this case until a solution occurs which will serve the best interests of the child. Until his custody is delegated to some fit person, he shall remain a ward of the juvenile court.
Here is your visitor, Jimmy.
Oh, boy, Egg, I'm glad to see you.
Hi, young fella.
Stay as long as you like, Mr. Thomas.
Thank you, Mrs. Winters. Jimmy, Mrs. Winters told me that you have a picture of your mom.
Yeah, it's all 3 of us. Me and Pop, too. It's all I've got. The only one.
Mm-hmm. When was it taken?
Well, just before... Well, a few years ago. We were coming from church one Sunday, and there was a man on the street with a camera taking pictures. Pop had a new suit, I think it was Easter, and Mom wanted him to get in the picture, but he wouldn't do it alone.
Jimmy, would you let me borrow that picture? I promise you nothing will happen to it.
Well, okay. Only maybe you can't see it so good. It's all full of cracks where it's been in my pocket. But my mother's face is good.
Your mother's face is beautiful, Jimmy. Quiet afternoon, Mac.
Yeah.
Kind of a day makes you wish you had a family and a nice house to be in. Then you could sit there and read a paper and wish it would rain so you could hear it outside and feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thought you'd jump on me for that one and call me one of those poetry guys.
I guess I'm getting used to you. You don't mean no harm. You're crazy, but you don't mean no harm.
You know, Mac, I could say the same about you. I don't think you mean any harm either.
You just like to talk.
You were looking at something in your wallet when we were reading. What was it?
No, nothing.
Looked like a picture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a picture. I wonder where it could have...
Could have what?
I don't know where it come from. There was only one of them, and I found it in my locker. I didn't know I had it. I thought, when I was sure the kid had it, I'd give it to him.
What kind of a picture is it?
Well, just a sidewalk picture.
Who's in it?
Well, my wife, the kid, me, the 3 of us. Come out pretty good, too. Here, pull up and I'll show it to you.
She was a beautiful woman, Denton.
Yeah. She's bent over a little because she's holding the kid's hand.
It's a swell picture, all right.
Yeah. You look at her the way she's there, you wouldn't think she was going to pass out of the picture in a couple of months, would you?
No, she looks fine here.
Yeah, she didn't last long. I did everything I could. Put her in a good hospital. Had a nurse with her practically all the time. She never complained. Tried to smile it off. You know how some women are.
Yeah, I know.
I almost went nuts that last week. The week before she passed out. I guess I must have spent half the time in that chapel in the hospital. Chapel. Did you ever get down on your knees and pray for something? I mean, really pray?
Sure, I've done it.
For 3 solid hours that afternoon when she was upstairs, losing her breath in the oxygen tent. I'm downstairs praying. It didn't work. Waste of time.
I wouldn't say that, Mac.
Yeah, sure. I know. You're supposed to grin and bear it. You see your wife practically crucified on a hospital bed, and you're supposed to grin and bear it. Oh, I don't know. Things ain't been the same.
I think I understand, Mac.
I haven't put a foot inside a church since, well, not since after she went out of the picture like that.
Mac?
Yeah?
Look, maybe I'm the last guy who ought to talk like this, but, well, there's a lot of things I can't figure out about life myself.
Yeah?
But about people passing out of the picture, it's, well, hey, look over there across the street by the curb. See those sparrows?
Sparrows?
Yeah, now it says somewhere in the Bible that...
Oh, yeah, sure, I know. God's supposed to count the sparrows, is that it?
Right, Mac.
And not one of those sparrows falls without God knowing about it.
Right again. That's just what it says. Just ordinary sparrows.
So what?
Well, your wife, Mac, you can't say she just passed out of the picture.
No?
No, she's still there in the picture. Maybe it's a little cracked, dirty, hard to make out, but she's still in the picture, Mac, and she's holding the kid's hand. Okay, Lieutenant. Maybe it wasn't strictly according to regulations, leaving the car like that. But we parked for a minute outside the church. Mac, he goes up the steps and walks inside. It looked kind of funny seeing the big guy on his knees. Sweat was pouring off of him, his hands twisting. You know, the sunshine, where it came through the windows, was shining real bright on his brass buttons. Yes, Sergeant?
Denton is here now, Lieutenant.
Okay, send him in.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Denton. What's this new angle you got? You asked to be transferred to a beat?
That's right.
Maple Avenue to 3rd?
Yeah.
Why Maple Avenue to 3rd?
Well, it's,
kind of close to your own neighborhood. Is that the reason, Denton?
What's the difference? Can I patrol my own neighborhood?
Maybe you'd like to keep a special eye on that kid of yours when and if they release him.
Sure. That's it. That's exactly it. Don't see what difference it makes to you. He's my kid. I got a right to look after him.
For an ordinary flatfoot, you're getting kind of paternal, aren't you?
Ordinary flatfoot, huh? Listen, you. I've got a kid. I've raised a kid, and you're trying to tell me...
Denton. I've got a couple of witnesses. Character witnesses in that room. Maybe you'd like to hear what they say about you.
Go ahead. Bring them in. If you think you're going to railroad me, you've got to...
Sergeant.
Yes, Lieutenant.
It's time to let them in.
Okay, Lieutenant. Coming right in.
Pop, it's me.
Why, Jimmy. And the pooch.
Hi, Mac.
And you, Ed. My kid, he's here. My kid, Jimmy.
Ouch, Pop, you're squeezing. The brass buttons hurt.
You know, home isn't just a house or 4 walls or a room. Home means understanding, affection, and love. It takes all these to make a house a home. It means mother and father and children living together and playing together. Yes, and praying together. These are the things that bring harmony and happiness into a house. And when you come right down to it, children reflect the spirit of a home. If there are misunderstandings and quarrels, it's the children who suffer most. On the other hand, mothers and fathers who are companions to their children, who talk with them, sympathize with them, these are the parents who make home life's most beautiful memory. And the best memory our children can carry through life is the memory of a God-respecting, God-loving, prayerful home. This is why, week after week, we say, pray together as a family. Oh, don't be shy or embarrassed about gathering your family together to pray, because the example of parents speaking their faith and trust in God offering their thanks to God, asking His help in difficulties, will always be an inspiration to your children. So pray together as a family, and you will be together in understanding and harmony, because a family that prays together stays together. Saying good night, I'd like to thank Regis Toomey for his performance as Mac Denton, Frank Phelan for his portrayal of Ed, and Walter Tetley for his performance as Jimmy. Our thanks also to Joel Murcott for writing tonight's play, and to Max Terre for his music. Nell Williamson directed, and John Ryder produced the program. Others who appeared in our play tonight were Griff Barnett, Mary Kent, Jim Hayward, and Charlie Seal. Next week, our Family Theater stars will be Jimmy Gleason, Edgar Barrier, and Natalie Wood in Descent into Paradise. This is Maureen O'Hara saying good night, and God bless you.
This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by the actors and technicians in the motion picture and radio industries. The program is heard overseas through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Services. Tony Lofrano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents The Tin Whistle, starring Robert Young. Fred McMurray is your host.
You've probably heard it said that Hollywood is the crossroads of the world. It's true, you meet people here from almost any place you can mention. People with all kinds of ideas, people with problems, and once in a while you meet someone with a good solution to a problem. I met someone like that recently, and he has a wonderful idea. It's a simple yet perfect solution to the unhappiness, misunderstanding, and disruption that occurs in family life today. The solution is this: pray together as a family. And why? Because in a prayerful home where there is respect for God, there is also respect for one another. A respect that brings harmony and happiness. A respect that brings understanding, forgiveness, and unchanging love. That's why we say, pray together as a family. Make daily family prayer a family practice, and you too will learn what so many have discovered. A simple fact: that family prayer brings happiness and harmony into a home.
This morning, quite by accident, I came upon an old newspaper item concerning Miss Margaret Rice, who was a teacher at the grammar school I attended. It's been 26 years since I last saw Miss Margaret Rice. She must have been about 33 at the time, and I was 9. My first impulse was to destroy the old newspaper clipping and to dismiss it from my mind. But then I began to realize I've been trying not to think about Miss Margaret Rice all my life, and that I shall never escape the torment of her memory. It was on my 9th birthday that my father gave me the whistle. Although I received many fine presents, with the unpredictableness of youth, the whistle became my proudest possession. It was a small tin thing with a barrel stock not more than an inch in diameter. When you blew on it, it made a high, shrill blast, not unlike a police whistle. I gave it a tentative toot, and then put it aside to play with my other presents till bedtime.
Martin, put your skates in the box now. It's time you were in bed.
Oh, please, Mom, can't I stay up and play some more? It's my birthday, and, well, these skates you gave me are my favorite present.
No, Martin.
Please, Mom, I don't want to go to bed.
It's a half hour past your bedtime already.
Then will you come up when I'm in bed and kiss me goodnight?
All right, but just for a minute. Your father and I have a lot to do tonight, and he's had a difficult day.
He's always got work to do.
Your father has to work hard to buy us the nice things we have, like your presents here.
You gave me these skates. He didn't. I want to take my skates and whistle upstairs with me. May I, Mom?
Yes, all right. Here, let me hang the whistle around your neck. Now go inside and say good night to your father, dear.
When I got into bed that night, I waited a while, but my mother didn't come. The whistle was still around my neck, and I didn't dare to blow it at full blast because if my father was working, he'd be angry. Either my mother didn't hear it downstairs or she didn't pay any attention to it. I got out of bed and started down the stairs. Halfway down the stairs, looking through the banister rail, I could see my mother sitting there with my father in front of the fire. He had his arm around her, and her head was resting on his shoulder.
Todd, dear.
Yes, it's been a long day. How's Martin behaving himself?
Fine. I had to let him stay up a little while. After all, it was his day, and he's becoming quite a man now. Did you see how excited he was about his presents?
Yeah, he liked those skates all right. But I don't think he thought much of that whistle.
Well, he wouldn't blow it indoors, dear. But I'm sure when he plays outdoors tomorrow... What was that?
Martin! What do you mean scaring your mother like that? Don't you know better than to blow that thing that way?
Please, don't say anything to him tonight. It's his birthday, you know.
It wasn't long before my father began to regret that I had been given a whistle. It held a growing fascination for me, and I was seldom without it, whether out of doors or in the house.
Martin, stop that noise! Martin, did you hear me?
All right, I heard you. Gosh, a guy can't have any fun.
What did you say?
Nothing. Why can't I blow my whistle?
Because it makes too much noise. It's getting so we have to listen to that thing from morning to night, and I just won't stand for it. Now you'll either promise never to blow it in the house again, or I'll take it away from you. Now, which is it going to be?
But I don't have to blow it so loud. See, I can make it very soft.
Martin, your father said not to blow it in the house. Now, you either take it outdoors this minute or I'll have to...
All right, I'm going. Gosh, what a house. Guy can't do anything, can't have any fun.
Now I have an adult's appreciation of how horrible it must have sounded. But at the time I felt persecuted, and it made the little tin whistle seem more important to me than ever. I endowed it with a personality, as if it could appreciate my righteous indignation. I took advantage of every opportunity to express my defiance through its shrill voice. Because of my possessive fascination with the whistle, I remember I got into several fights. As a result of one of them, I lost one of my closest boyhood friends.
Hi, Martin. What you doing?
Hi, George. I was just polishing the whistle. Look.
Gee, that's keen. Let me blow it once, huh?
No, I haven't finished polishing it yet.
Why, you never let me blow it. I'm not going to eat it.
I know, but I just want to finish polishing it first.
Then you'll have some other excuse. What's so wonderful about a tin whistle?
think it was made of gold or something.
Oh, you're just jealous because you haven't got one.
Oh, yeah? I could have one if I wanted it. My father even bought me one once.
Yeah? What happened to it?
Well, I lost it. I didn't care. Shucks, who cares about a stupid whistle?
Well, I care about mine, and I'm not going to lose it. That's why I don't let everybody blow it.
Okay, forget it. What'll we do? Want to play catch?
No, let's play cops and robbers.
Sure, just so you can blow your whistle. I'm tired of playing cops and robbers. You always have to be the cop.
Well, sure, cops got to have whistles, don't they? Else how would they be able to warn people?
How about letting me be the cop just for once? I can be as good a one as you.
No.
Then I won't play. You just think about yourself. You're selfish. All the kids say so.
I'm not selfish. Don't say that.
You are so. You're just a selfish guy.
I said don't say that.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do about it, selfish? There, I said it again. Selfish, selfish, selfish.
You dirty, I'll show you.
Oh. Okay, if that's what you want.
Yeah, that's the way I want it, boy.
His name was George. I've forgotten his last name now. He was one of my best friends, but we were never friends again after that day. I often had to play alone, being my own cop to an imaginary robber.
Stop! Stop! I'll shoot! Bang! Bang! Bang!
My teacher in the 4th grade was Miss Rice. We often referred to her as Old Lady Rice, but I realize now she could have been only 33 or 4. I remember I used to hide in the bushes on the corner of the schoolyard during recess and give a blast of my whistle, which sounded like a police whistle to passing motorists.
Martin Palmer, I see you. Come out of those bushes. Do you hear me?
Yes, Miss Rice.
Were you blowing that whistle at the automobiles, Martin?
I was just having some fun.
Well, that's not a very thoughtful way of having fun. Mr. Barclay's had complaints about this from motorists, but he didn't know who was responsible.
Shucks, I can't see anything wrong in just playing a little game.
Give me that whistle.
It's my whistle. My father gave it to me.
I'm not asking questions, Martin. I'm giving you a direct order. Give it to me.
Oh, shucks.
Thank you. Now, when you promise not to do this again, I'll return your whistle.
You'll be sorry for this. I'll tell my father on you. He'll be good and mad.
I'm not worried. Remember, I'll be waiting for your promise.
I'll never promise. You'll see. My father can lick Mr. Barkley any day in the week.
I was called down to the principal's office at the end of the day. In these austere surroundings, I felt like a small culprit. Mr. Barkley wore a very high, stiff collar that seemed to push his chin up and made him look even more imposing. I guess he was quite a handsome man, but he looked like an ogre to me then.
Martin, what is the meaning of this?
Of what?
Why were you blowing this whistle at passing automobiles? Don't you know you could cause a serious accident?
Did she tell you that?
I've had several complaints from motorists lately about this. Miss Rice told me she caught you at it this morning. What have you to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Very well. Miss Rice, will you please step in here a moment?
Yes, Mr. Barkley.
Miss Rice, I think you better keep Martin after school today for an hour while he meditates about what he has done. And here is his whistle. He is not to have it back until he promises he will not use it to frighten people.
I understand. Come, Martin.
You'll be sorry, both of you.
It is not the proper attitude, Martin. You'll stay after school every day for a week until you learn to realize that. So as not to penalize you too much, Miss Rice, I'll drive you home. You'll stop by when you're ready to leave.
Thank you, Mel. Mr. Barkley.
I was determined to get even with them and show them they couldn't keep my whistle. I told the other kids that Miss Rice kept me after school every day just so she could wait for Mr. Barkley to drive her home. This, of course, provided a juicy item for conversation, especially among the girls. They even made up songs about it.
Oh, Lady Rice, she can't fool me. She's in love with Mr. B.
The girls drew hearts on the sidewalk and on the sides of buildings, with Miss Rice's and Mr. Barkley's initials on them. The boys held up their end, too.
Old Man Barkley and Old Lady Rice stay after school. Ain't that nice?
I think the first time Miss Rice had any evidence of what was going on behind her back was the day she caught me passing a note to a girl who sat at the desk across the aisle from mine.
The Lewis and Clark expedition was authorized by Congress in 1803. Their object was to obtain further information about the country west of the Mississippi River, to discover what the regions had to offer of value, and to search out the Indian tribes there. Meriwether
Lucy,
Lewis,
shh.
Willie Clark,
Here, take this note. No, she'll see us. No, she won't. Here, take it. It's funny. Well, all right. But be careful.
Their journey until they reached the forks of the Missouri and named them the... Martin Palmer, can you tell me what they named Three Rivers?
What did you say, Miss Rice?
I knew you weren't paying attention. Lucy, bring me that note.
But Miss Rice,
You heard me. Bring it here immediately.
Quick, tear it up. Don't let her see it. Oh, I knew she'd see us. Why didn't you let
Lucy.
Yes, Miss Rice.
I'm curious to see what is of more interest to you two at this point than the Lewis and Clark expedition. Hand me the note, Lucy.
I didn't want to take it. Martin made me. Honest.
Quiet now, quiet. Now then, let me see what was so important. I'll bet Miss Rice and Mr. Lucy, is this the note Martin gave to you?
Yes, Miss Rice. I didn't want to take it, but he
Never
made
mind,
me.
Lucy. You may take your seat.
Yes, Miss Rice.
Martin, come up here.
But, Miss Rice, I was only...
I said to come up here this minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Martin, did you write this note? Answer me, did you write this note?
Yes, ma'am, but I...
Why? Did you think it would be funny?
No, ma'am. I was only making a joke.
Is this your idea of a joke? Ridiculing people, making fun of them behind their backs?
But I didn't mean to make fun.
Do you think Mr. Barkley would think this was funny?
No, ma'am.
I think it was a low, mean, disgraceful thing to do. A man like Mr. Barkley. So fine, so... Oh, Martin, how could you?
I've forgotten now what the note said. Maybe I want to forget. But it must have been something very cruel and nasty. I remember I was stunned by Miss Rice's sudden reaction and somewhat frightened. I'd expected her to slap me or to take me by the ear and march me down to Mr. Barkley's office. But she did none of those things. She just left me standing there as she ran sobbing from the room. I looked around at my classmates, and the expression on my face must have been ludicrous, because suddenly they began to laugh. It surprised me at first because I was still shocked by Miss Rice's peculiar behavior. But as the laughter continued, it swept me up, and I began to laugh with them. Then suddenly I realized they were not laughing at me, but with me. Of course, I was a hero. I had put one over on Miss Rice. It was after school the next day before Miss Rice accorded me any direct attention. She called me to her desk and said that Mr. Barkley had directed that I was to remain after school every day until I apologized. So it was. Every day I remained after school. All the time a silent feud was growing between me and Miss Rice. I was determined that I would make her give me back my tin whistle, and I was just as determined that I would never apologize. She never called upon me to recite or answer questions, and my lessons were received and graded without comment. It was as if I was in possession of some dark secret concerning her private life, and she wished not to remind herself of that fact. The girls in the class continued their fascinated speculation.
Know what? None of the other teachers like her. Why do you suppose? It's because they're old maids and they think maybe Miss Barkley will marry her.
Probably, in their way, the girls guessed right. Most of the teachers were strict, proper, straight-laced, and Miss Rice was definitely much younger and much prettier than any of them. It was a small school in a small town. Once going home late after school, I overheard two teachers talking.
I really feel it's not proper. Not proper at all. Not in front of susceptible young minds.
What I don't understand is Mr. Barkley. He's so careful in most respects. He obviously dreams of being county superintendent someday.
So that was it. Miss Rice was really in love with Mr. Barkley, and he was taken with her, but he was timid, not sure of how things would influence his getting on in the world. I remember only this about Mr. Barkley. He wore a very high, stiff collar that seemed to push his chin up. I guess he was quite a handsome man. Finally, my continued lateness in getting home was noticed. My father spoke to me about it.
But why does Miss Rice keep you after school?
She just doesn't like me. And she took that whistle you gave me away from me.
Well, now, son. Maybe she had a good reason for taking the whistle. Are you sure you weren't doing anything wrong?
Honest, I wasn't. I was just standing by the water fountain getting a drink when she came up behind me and grabbed the whistle. She said it made her nervous.
Martin, you're positive you weren't blowing it? Not even a little bit?
No, I wasn't. Gee, I don't blow it all the time, Mom.
There's some doubt on that point. You certainly didn't give us much rest around the house while you had it.
Just the same, Tom, I think it was downright unfair of Miss Rice to take advantage of him, just because she doesn't happen to like whistles.
She's just a fussy old maid.
Now, that isn't necessary, Martin. Her being unmarried has nothing to do with it. But really, Tom, you should talk it over with her. Get her side of the story.
Oh, Dad don't have to talk it over to her. Couldn't he give me a note or something? Just as good as his seeing her.
Well, maybe I ought to see her. I'd like to see just what sort of a person she is. She's the newest teacher, isn't she?
She and Mr. Barkley are stuck on each other. They stay after school all the time and smooch.
Martin, you mustn't say such things.
It's true.
How do you know?
Everybody says so.
Have you ever seen them?
Well, sure, I've seen them lots of times. Gee, the things they do.
Martin, is it true? You've actually seen them?
Well, didn't I tell you? You think I'm a liar?
Oh, of course not, dear. Tom, this is disgraceful. Right in the school where the children can see them. Young, susceptible minds. Somebody ought to speak to the school board.
Oh, it's probably not as serious as it sounds. You know how kids exaggerate.
Things happened fast after that. My mother and father became terribly interested in the affairs of Miss Rice and Mr. Barkley, and they communicated their interest to other parents. For my part, I had just one idea. First, to get back my tin whistle, and to get it back without making any promises or any apologies.
Who does she think she is? Miss High and Mighty. Thinks she's got influence because she's teacher's pet. Well, I'll show her. I'll make her give me back my tin whistle.
I feel a little sick even 26 years later when I think of that hearing. The school board had to take action. The grown-ups had convinced themselves that this was a scandal. Our young, susceptible minds were in danger of being tainted. It was all rather shamefaced and mean-spirited.
Martin, did you ever see Mr. Barkley kissing Miss Rice?
Yes, sir.
Where?
In his office. I saw them. They kissed each other lots of times.
Thank you, Martin. Miss Hennessy.
Yes, sir.
Miss Hennessy, as a teacher in a Princeville grammar school, are you of the opinion that there has been anything, shall we say, out of the ordinary going on between Miss Margaret Rice and Mr. Melvin Barkley?
Well, I hate gossips and always have. But I've been a teacher in Princeville for over 30 years, 32 to be exact, and I have always tried to do the best job I could and be proud of my duty to guide the destinies of the younger generation.
Yes, Miss Hennessy. But answer my question. Would you say Miss Rice and Mr. Barkley had been setting a poor example for the students in their school?
Well, I've always held Mr. Barkley in the highest respect. Well, frankly, I don't know a thing. Not directly. I wish you wouldn't insist.
There really wasn't any evidence. Just mine. But nobody stepped forward to defend Miss Margaret Rice. Not the students, not the teachers. On the witness stand, Mr. Barkley was extremely stiff and prim.
I should like the permission of the board to read a short statement into the record.
You may proceed, Mr. Barkley.
I, Melvin Barkley, declare that at no time has there ever been anything improper between myself and any member of the teaching staff at Princeville Grammar School. In 8 years in this position, no breath of suspicion has ever before been heard against my record. I have at all times been conscious of my solemn obligation to conduct myself in such a way as to provide the susceptible minds of youth with an example of firm, dignified, and impartial behavior.
What attentions have you paid Miss Margaret Rice?
My attitude toward Miss Rice has always been correct, and our relationship has always been limited to school affairs.
Mr. Barclay, I feel obligated to put a question very bluntly. Are you in love with Miss Rice?
No, sir.
To your knowledge, is Miss Rice in love with you?
Really, sir, I'm sure I don't know. This is most embarrassing. As a gentleman,
I shall never forget the last time I saw Miss Rice. It was the morning following the announcement of her dismissal. She came to the school to collect her belongings before a new teacher had been assigned to our class. All of the children watched silently when she came into the classroom and walked to her desk and went through the drawers. Nobody moved, and you could hear the sound of short, quick breathing all around the room. Some of the girls were sniffling. Miss Rice found what she was looking for.
Martin Palmer?
Yes, Miss Rice?
Come here, please. Don't be frightened. It's all right. I believe this is your whistle, Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you could behave yourself now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Goodbye, children.
I remember I stood there clutching the little tin whistle in my hand, possessively, watching Miss Rice leave the room. I looked around at the class, and their faces were as stiff and white as chalk. I felt they were waiting for me to do something, some act that would break the tension and snap us all back to the free and relaxed normalcy of the classroom. The only thing I could think of was the whistle. I put it to my lips and blew it at the departing Miss Rice, defiantly and with all my might. When I went home that afternoon, I showed the whistle to my mother, and she smiled with satisfaction, warning me not to make a nuisance of myself with it. But strangely enough, the whistle no longer fascinated me. I no longer cared about hiding in the bushes and scaring motorists, nor in using it to play cops and robbers. One day, I gave it a final toot, threw it into my closet junk box, and went on to other interests. I never saw Miss Rice again. I heard my parents say she went to live with her family somewhere in the Middle West. Mr. Barclay was later reported teaching in an obscure southern town. He did not cut a very pretty figure. There was an ugly, smoldering cloud of shame over our town for several weeks after the school board meeting. I was rummaging through some boxes of old things today when I came upon that newspaper clipping of 26 years ago. Miss Margaret Rice, 33, until recently a teacher in the Princeville Grammar School, died in her father's home following a short illness. Cause of death was described as due to an infection which at first was diagnosed by doctors as of a trivial nature. These words whipped across my memory. It caused me to wince for the boy I had been. As if to mock me, I absent-mindedly picked up the little tin whistle which was in the box of old things. It was now battered and musty. Almost involuntarily, I put it to my lips and blew. The whistle left a sharp, rancid taste in my mouth. Oh, God. God forgive me.
There's a school in life we all attend, and whether willingly or otherwise, in the school of experience we learn this lesson. No one can be completely independent in himself. All of us must acknowledge a power and goodness above and beyond us. Yes, our strength and goodness comes from God through the power of prayer. And there's no substitute for the influence of family prayer to keep our families together. Then difficulties and sorrows and troubles become easier to bear. Because we have not only the sincere sympathy of those we love and the kindness of those who love us, we have God's most powerful help. That's why we are convinced it is all important to set aside some time every day to gather together as a family and pray. Daily family prayer means God is there in our homes. And we know this. A family that prays together stays together. This is Fred McMurray saying good night and God bless you.
You have just heard Robert Young as Martin in The Tin Whistle, a family theater play by Richard Burdick. Max Terr directed the orchestra, and Mel Williamson directed. John Ryder produced the program. Others who appeared in our play tonight were Francis Whitfield, Jerry Farber, Charles Seal, Tommy Bernard, Mary Lansing, Hal Gerard, Jean Layton, and Ann Whitfield. Your host was Fred McMurray. Next week, our family theater star will be Roddy McDowell in the world of David Lee. Your hostess will be Ann Blythe. This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by a friend of the New York Foundling Hospital, which cares for homeless and motherless babies without distinction of race, creed, or color. Tony Lafrano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Family Theater presents Gail Storm and John Howard. From Hollywood, the Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater, presents UFO, starring John Howard. And now, here is your hostess, Gail Storm.
Thank you, Tony Lafrano. Family Theater's only purpose is to bring to everyone's attention a practice that must become an important part of our lives if we are to win peace for ourselves, peace for our families, and peace for the world. Family Theater urges you to pray. Pray together as a family.
And now to our transcribed drama, UFO, starring John Howard as Bill Cullen.
The following story is pure fiction. It poses a challenge that neither we nor our children may ever have to face. But if we should, if the make-believe problem in tonight's drama were actually forced upon us in the next 5 or 10 or 20 years, it's no exaggeration to say that the way in which we meet it may determine the fate of the world. The initials UFO are the official United States Air Force abbreviation for the words Unidentified Flying Object.
Bill? Am I late?
No, they haven't started yet.
I was checking my bags. Any idea what it's all about?
I don't even have a hunch.
This is quite a turnout.
Say, isn't that Rubikoff over there?
Nobody else.
Looks naked without his bodyguard.
Mr. Calais.
Oh, Dr. Passy, glad to see you.
What is this meeting for? Do you know?
No, not a thing.
Whatever it is, it's international.
Oh, do you know Mr. Rogers?
How do you do?
Dr. Passy?
I thought you two knew each other.
I have not had the pleasure. Are you with the British delegation, Mr. Rogers?
No, just a meteorologist.
Enchanté. Perhaps you can penetrate some of the fog surrounding this
I
meeting.
don't know any more than you do, Doctor.
Looks to me like we're some sort of a UN subcommittee.
Why were we brought all the way to Washington to meet at an air terminal of all places?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Did you see the clearance list they are checking against our passes?
Not very closely. Why?
The authorizing signatures at the bottom are those of the chief representatives on the Security Council.
Well.
All of them?
Everyone. What do you make of that?
Gentlemen, could I have your attention, please?
Who is the American officer? You know him?
Will you make
I
yourselves...
wonder why the Air Force is in on this.
Looks familiar.
There should be enough seats to go around.
Oh, say, Doctor, isn't that the French air attaché up on the platform?
So it is, Colonel Dupuy.
A couple of RAF chaps, too.
We're running a little behind schedule, gentlemen. Can I have your attention, please? Each of you was privately notified by your various governments early last week that you might be asked to leave New York and possibly this country on a moment's notice. Is there anyone present who was not so notified? Very well. In a few minutes, at 2100 hours to be exact, you will board one of 3 transport planes now waiting on the runways. Your destination, top secret. Now, each of you is an expert of one sort or another, a diplomat, a linguist, a scientist, and each of you may be called upon to exert his talents to the utmost before this mission is completed.
Major.
Yes, Dr. Passy.
What you have just said is very flattering, but now I'm speaking only for the diplomats, and I hope that no one here will take offense at what I am about to say, but it is a fact that we are not what you call top-level representatives of our various governments. At least I know I am not.
That's true, Dr. Passy. But you were chosen, each by your own country, for the very reason that your opposite numbers, the ones with whom you'll be attempting to establish diplomatic, scientific, and cultural relations, will not themselves be heads of state, or at least it has so been reasoned. You'll receive a complete briefing en route to the rendezvous point.
Rendezvous point?
Yes, Mr. Cullen. We here are permitted to tell you 2 things. The general nature and area of the rendezvous point, an uncharted island somewhere in the Pacific.
Well, who is it we're to rendezvous with? Can't you tell us that?
We would if we could, but we've been able to communicate with them only in a tentative and very unsatisfactory way. And we aren't even certain they'll keep the rendezvous, although, of course, we have high hopes.
Who are they, a bunch of cannibals?
We hope not. It would make your task almost insuperable.
All right, you can't tell us who they are, but what's the other thing you can tell us?
Where they're from. And I should emphasize that while our intelligence on this point is incomplete, we have no doubt of its basic authenticity.
Well, that's something, anyhow.
I hope you continue to think so. The representatives that your various governments have selected you to make contact with on the Pacific Island are from outer space.
Still can't believe it.
I know, Rogers, I know. And yet here we are in the stateroom of the jetliner streaking through the night, 20,000 feet above cities like Cleveland and Chicago, at a speed of over 600 miles an hour. And 50 years ago, who would have believed that?
Yes, I expect that's the way to look at it. I say, they've been a long time briefing Cullen and the others, what?
Well, our turn will come soon.
I wonder what's the approach to these creatures. What's expected of us?
It's hard to say.
Oh, Cullen.
Oh, Rogers, Dr. Passy.
Well, I see you have company.
Mr. Rubikoff, you know the doctor.
Oh, yes, of course.
And this is Mr. Clement Rogers.
Rogers, how do you do?
Mr. Peter Rubikoff of the Soviet Union.
Glad to know you.
We've got all the data on these mimeographed forms. Now, Rubikoff and I'll brief you from here on.
Rubikoff and you?
Well, we are the team chiefs.
Yes. Sit down, Rogers, and I'll explain the whole thing. They're breaking the contact group into teams of 5 and 6 men. 14 teams all told.
You mean each team will operate separately in trying to meet these visitors?
Well, not unless it becomes absolutely necessary. But apparently they want to have the organization fluid enough for that, just in case.
Well, did they give you any orientation, any background on this? Or do we just have to go in feet first?
Yes, they gave us a good deal. Oh, Rubikoff, do you have that report?
Oh, I think I do. Yes, here.
Now, this is a duplicate of a secret report submitted to the Security Council about a month ago.
Yeah? Well, with your permission, I will summarize the salient points.
Fire away.
Well, you can both read the thing later if you want to.
No, go ahead, Mr. Rubicon.
Well, this report traces, very briefly, of course, the history of reported sightings of unidentified flying objects all over the world since 1944. Now, during many of these sightings, especially in the United States, the flying objects were picked up on radar.
Yeah, you remember how that stuff used to make the papers all the time, and then they just stopped printing it.
Yes. And the reason that they stopped was because it had become impossible to dismiss the sightings as, perhaps hallucinations or light reflections.
Yes. That's why the air intelligence people decided to use a combination of radio and radar as a method of primary contact with the unidentified objects.
What do you mean that's why? Had they come to some conclusion about the sources?
Well, what really
see,
happened... I'm sorry, excuse me.
No, not at all. You go ahead.
You see, Rogers, one night a few years ago, a traffic control group in Washington was tracking what looked like a saucer flight over the Capitol. An airline pilot coming in sighted the saucers and called the field. They gave him a fix from the blips they were getting on radar. The minute traffic control radioed the position of the saucers to the airline pilot, the whole formation he'd been watching, about 6 pairs of orange and green lights, took off and were out of sight in less than 5 seconds.
You mean the saucers somehow heard the radio message and understood it?
Yes.
Exactly so.
Yeah. Well, do they transmit any signals of their own?
Well, apparently not. Or at least they haven't sent out anything we can receive. Of course, there's a good chance that those particular saucers were just ranging devices.
You mean with no humans inside them?
Yes, exactly. Remote control or something like that. But the point made here in the evaluation is that whoever does control them, from however far off, realizes we pick them up on radar.
Yes, and also, excuse me.
Sure.
And this is the key to the entire contact apparatus that we are to use. They have given us ample evidence that our radio signals are reaching them.
That's how the rendezvous point was chosen.
You mean the saucers helped select the site?
That is our understanding.
But how?
Well, we were told that there's a radar team on each of these 3 jetliners. And as soon as we get out over the Pacific, they're going to give us a demonstration. This team's been selected to participate.
A demonstration of what?
Well, what Rubikoff said a minute ago about whoever it is that controls the saucers.
But what is it that the demonstration purports to prove?
Simply that they know that we know they're watching us.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention? We've darkened the compartment so that all of you can get a clear view of the radar scope to my left. Since we left Washington 8 hours ago, we've been in direct touch by radio telephone with 4 radar monitoring stations around the world. One in Liverpool, one in Marseille, one in New York, one in Moscow. And now will the members of the Orange team go to the bank of telephones along the left wall of the cabin?
Well, that's us.
What are we supposed to do?
Just get on the wire, I suppose.
You will find that the phones are numbered from 1 to 4. Dr. Passy, will you pick up phone number 1? Say hello and identify yourself, please.
Of course. Hello? This is Dr. Jules Passy. What? Je suis Dr. Jules Passy. Qui? À Marseille. Oui, très bien. I am in contact with the station of Marseille. They say they are ready.
Very well, Doctor. In a moment, I'll ask you to say to your countrymen, you may begin to transmit the radio signal. During the time of the signal's transmission, which will be amplified over this speaker so that all of us can hear it in the cabin, I would ask everyone to keep his eyes on the radar scope up front here. Are you ready, Doctor?
Ready.
All right. Tell your man to start transmitting.
Hello? Commencez à transmettre le signal de radio.
Now watch. The radio operator in Marseille will send out 10 separate and distinct signals. Then he'll stop. A few seconds after he's finished, a series of blips should appear on the radar screen. I want you all to count them. There they are, in the upper right-hand quadrant.
But what's making the blips?
I think you'll find there are 2, 4, 6, 9... Yes, 10 blips. Exactly the same as the number of radio signals that were sent out by the operator.
But what are they?
Well, before we tell you that, Doctor, would you be good enough to inquire of the operator in Marseille if they've picked up any blips on their radar? And if so, how many?
Of course. Sur le radar, vous voyez, sont-ils des signaux? Combien? Merci. Yes, the same number, 10.
Thank you. You can hang up now, Doctor.
Au revoir, merci bien.
Oh, Major, would you be good enough to tell us what those blips represent?
Well, they're a flight of saucers, one for each blip. Using measurements taken on the scope, we estimate their distance from us to be about 60 miles.
Well, what was the operator over in Marseille see?
Another flight of exactly the same size. The Marseille call number is 10.
But the blips that we are seeing now, does that mean that they too are picking up the radio transmission from Marseille?
Either that or it's been relayed to them by another saucer flight over that area. Right now, for example, although the Moscow call number is 8, there will be 10 blips on the radar scope in Moscow. It's the saucer's way of telling us they know Marseille is the only station now transmitting to them.
Well, then they must know that our 3 jetliners are part of the picture, too. Otherwise, why the blips from just 60 miles away?
We expected this. They seem to know everything.
Oh, no, it's changing.
Look, on their radar scope.
Some of the blips are moving off.
5, 6, 7. There's only 3 left.
What do you make of it?
Just a minute, please. Hello? Yes, go ahead. Huh? From all 4 points. Well, hold on a moment.
What is it, Major?
Each of the 4 monitoring stations report that the number of blips they're tracking has dropped to 3.
Same as us.
Just a second. No? But we're still getting them on our scope. 3, about 60 miles off. All right, we'll let you know if anything happens.
What's up?
They've dropped off the other 4 scopes completely. We're the only one picking up any saucer blips at all.
Major?
Yes, Mr. Cullen?
I've got a hunch what it might mean. It's just a guess.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, you told us earlier that although the saucers had helped to select the rendezvous point using the numbered code, you still weren't sure they'd show up.
That's right.
Well, could it be they might want to change it at the last minute to make sure we don't pull a fast one?
I suppose it's possible. What's your idea?
Well, our party's made up of 3 jetliners, and they're showing up 3 blips on this radar scope.
That's right.
Maybe they're trying to tell us to follow them.
We'll be on the ground in a few moments, gentlemen. As soon as we land, go to your...
The other planes, Bill. One of the radar chaps told me they'd turned back.
In response to the disappearance of the 2 blips.
Seems to be what the sources wanted.
I wonder what's next. Major tells me this island was a staging area for Australian troops during the Second World War.
Yeah, rather a large one, too. Part of the New Guinea group. You haven't said much, Rubikoff. What do you think they've got up their sleeves?
Oh, I don't know. But I don't trust them.
I've always wondered, whom do you trust?
Oh, here we go. We're coming in.
It's starting to get gray in the east.
Almost morning.
Look, on the scope.
What?
The last blip we were following. It's gone.
Maybe the sources aren't willing to make a daylight appearance.
But it is at their insistence that we are landing here.
I guess the only thing to do is to make ourselves comfortable on this island until nightfall. Leave the next move up to them.
Oh, Bill.
Yes?
What time do you have?
Oh, a few minutes till midnight.
How far do you think we have walked?
Oh, perhaps 5 miles.
Cullen.
Yes.
Contact the base again. Obviously, we have lost our bearings.
We're still going due north by my compass.
Will you be kind enough to contact the base? We should have seen them by now.
All right. Well, Rogers, can I have the walkie-talkie?
Oh, here you are.
Thanks. Orange leader to contact base. Orange leader to contact base.
Contact base to Orange leader. Go ahead.
We've been moving due north for almost 3 hours now.
It doesn't.
Haven't seen a thing.
What's your position?
We're still in the brush. Anything from the 2 other teams?
We called them back to the base.
How come?
More blip messages from the saucers. Apparently, they want to make personal contact with the smallest group available. That's you fellas.
Well, we haven't seen a thing. No lights, nothing.
Can you see the Coyote Ridge from where you are?
Yes, it's just a few hundred yards ahead of us.
The west end of it's almost a plateau. A saucer could put down there if it wanted to.
All right, we'll try it.
Good luck. When you get there, give us a call. Major Reeves out.
So, the others they sent back.
Yes?
And we are to be the guinea pigs. I don't believe I have ever felt so helpless in my life.
Any special instructions?
No, I guess the original ones still stand. No hostility. Do everything possible to convince them of our friendly intentions.
Friendly intentions?
What's troubling you, Rubikoff?
Well, they will take that as a sign of weakness.
Let us be realistic, Mr. Rubikoff. Our sole hope of survival is that their intentions are friendly.
Oh, nonsense.
You honestly think that the Soviet Air Force, or any Air Force for that matter, would last 10 minutes against the saucers in a shooting war?
Yeah, but it might not come to a shooting war if we can scare them off.
I've got a feeling they won't scare very easily.
Well, we should at least try. Gentlemen, the alternative is abject surrender.
Why can't you people understand that peaceful relationships don't have anything to do with winning or losing?
Why don't you understand that the threat of power is the key to peace?
All right, Rubikoff, I have it. As soon as they land, you go up to them and say, boom.
You laugh. We have conquered half of your world while you are laughing.
Yes, but you never conquered the laughter. I should think you would have found a lesson in that.
Sentimental rubbish.
All right, Rubikoff, knock it off, will you?
What?
This isn't a press conference. We've got work to do. Let's go.
Well, this seems to be it.
That's about the highest point on the ridge, all right.
I can see nothing in the nature of a plateau.
Well, Reeves said it was near the west end.
It seems to be about the center.
Yeah. Let's take a look down that way.
It's a beautiful night, what?
Every star is out.
There is no sign of aircraft.
You can't tell. They might not be running lights.
Considering how fast they go, from 50 miles up, they could be down here in seconds.
Look down along the ridge on the other side. You see the lagoon?
Yes, quite a drop from here, about 200 feet.
But doesn't it look peaceful in the moonlight? I must come around and take some pictures there tomorrow. Let's say hobby my wife and I have... Listen. What?
I hear it.
Can you see anything?
No, but it doesn't sound far off.
It seems to be the plateau just up ahead.
But where's the noise coming from?
I see it. Coming in over the edge of the cliff. Look.
Yes, it's a saucer, all right.
Perhaps they don't know that we are so close.
I wouldn't bank on that.
It seems to be stopping. Hovering there.
Look, along the edge. They've turned on a light.
Maybe we're supposed to signal them.
They're blinking. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5.
Why don't they land?
Well, they probably want to make sure we're here. Let me take your flashlight, Rogers.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what this does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now they are starting again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. We'll send that back to them, too.
I wonder if they are going to blink some more.
No, they're going to land.
By George, that's what they're doing.
Tell me, how large would you judge that ship to be?
Well, it's settling perhaps 100 yards away. I would estimate possibly 30 feet in diameter.
Yes, that would be my guess, too.
Well, there could not be many persons inside of it then, huh?
Not more than 3 or 4, I would imagine. Comfortably, if they are comparable in size to us.
Wait a minute. It's come to a stop. It's on the ground.
What now? I don't see any doors or ports or...
I guess we just walk up to it with a big smile on our face and hope for the best.
No, we don't.
Rubikoff.
No, keep back, I'm warning you.
What have you got there?
You will see when it goes off.
Goes off? Rubikoff, don't be a fool.
It's you who are the fools. No, keep back. Why do you suppose these beings, whoever they are, have come here, huh? Want to pay us a visit?
Rubikoff, listen to me.
The most probable reason, and you all know it, is that they are from some dying planet like Mars, which can no longer support human life, and they must find a new world to live on.
Well, what if they are? At least they're peaceful. They haven't tried to attack us, and they could have.
I suppose you would help them?
Why not, if it were possible?
Oh, that's very easy for you to say. You have more food than you can eat, more clothes than you can wear. What about my country and countries like China?
Well, don't blame us for the way you've botched that.
What?
You killed your people's incentive to improve themselves.
That's a lie.
Accept it, Rubikoff. Slaves won't work any harder than they have to.
You don't understand, any of you, but that doesn't matter. Now, get out of my way.
You are really going to use that apparatus to destroy the saucer?
And myself and all of you, if you don't keep back.
You poor fool.
I tell you, keep away, Passy.
You poor fool.
Let go!
Doctor, look out!
You're pushing him over the Passy!
Oh, my.
Oh, terrible. Just a moment ago, Passy was saying he'd come back here tomorrow and take some pictures.
Look, Bill, the saucer.
No. Yeah, they've turned the lights on again.
Do you think they heard the explosion?
Well, they must have.
Look, the front part of the saucer is sliding open.
Maybe they're coming out.
If they misinterpreted that explosion...
Yeah, I know. You couldn't very well blame them if they did.
There go the lights again. 1, 2.
Rogers, do you see any sign of life in that opening?
No. It's not very brightly lighted either. Do you suppose they want us to come in?
I don't know what else it can mean. Listen, Rogers, I don't think both of us should go.
Oh, now, look here.
No, really. If it's a trap, then we're both wiped out.
You think they just might want some sort of sample man to size us up?
No, I don't really think they do, but since there's always a chance...
You've great faith, haven't you, Bill?
Well, I like to think I do. If these creatures have a heart and a mind, then I know who created them, and that's encouraging.
What do you want me to do?
Here, you take the walkie-talkie and get in touch with the base.
Right now?
No, as soon as I start up toward the saucer. And Rogers.
Yes?
If it seems that it's going wrong, don't come running or anything like that. The base should get a full report, and if you get mixed up in this, they won't.
You're the boss.
Well, I better get moving. So long, Rogers.
Good luck. Orange to contact base. Orange to contact base.
Contact base to Orange. Is that you, Cullen?
No, it's Rogers. Now listen closely. We're on the plateau. The saucer has landed. It's scarcely 100 yards from me. Cullen is approaching it alone. He's about halfway there now, flashing his torch as he goes. There are 2 lights along the leading edge of the saucer, and they've begun to blink again. A few moments ago, a section on the side of the saucer facing me slid open. I can't see the interior very well. It's dimly lighted, and there's no ramp leading up to the entryway. Cullen's going to have to climb up. It's just a foot or so. Wait a minute. Someone or something has just appeared in the entryway. Cullen has seen it, too. He stops. He's less than, I should judge, 10 yards from the opening. In this light, I can't possibly be sure, but I think it's a man. He's standing in the entryway. He beckons to Cullen in what seems to be at least a friendly manner. Cullen has started to move forward again. Now he's reached the saucer. He stops, looks up at the being, and he extends what I'm sure is a human arm to assist Cullen through the opening. I may be a bit premature, Major, but they're both standing there looking one another over in what seems a very civilized fashion, and I think it's going to be all right.
Not too long ago, my husband took me and the children on a deep-sea fishing trip in one of those chartered fishing boats. It was a real experience for me, even if I didn't catch anything. And you can be sure that the children loved every minute of it. But I remember that one of the highlights of the trip for me was when we had a chance to visit one of those lonely lighthouses that you'll find at various spots along our coasts. You can picture the kind I mean. Well, anyway, this one was like a great white finger set off from the mainland and perched on what I would guess was a rock shoal. The boat that brought us alongside brought newspapers and provision. The lighthouse keeper was, of course, grateful for these, but what really pleased him most was just our little visit. We didn't have much to say, nothing startling or original anyway, but what delighted him was that we were there saying it. Every once in a while now, I remember that lighthouse keeper, and I can't help but think that in that incident was a parallel related to prayer. Our prayers are visits to the great celestial lighthouse keeper who makes his perpetual light to shine down upon us. It doesn't matter much what we say. It's the fact that we are saying it, remembering him for remembering us. Family Theater again reminds you, the family that prays together stays together.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. From Hollywood, Family Theater has brought you transcribed UFO, starring John Howard. Gail Storm was your hostess. Others in our cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Vic Perrin, Lou Krugman, and Richard Peel. The script was written and directed for Family Theater by John T. Kelly, with music composed and conducted by Harry Zimmerman. This series of Family Theater broadcasts is made possible by the thousands of you who feel the need for this type of program, by the Mutual Network, which has responded to this need, and by the hundreds of stars of stage, screen, and radio who give so unselfishly of their time and talent to appear on our Family Theater stage. To them and to you, our humble thanks. This is Tony Lofrano expressing the wish of Family Theater that the blessing of God may be upon you and your home, and inviting you to be with us next week when Family Theater will present Stay Up for the Sunrise, starring Cameron Mitchell. Preston Foster will be your host. Join us, won't you? Family Theater is broadcast throughout the world and originates in the Hollywood studios of the world's largest network. This is Mutual, the radio network for all America. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents Blue Memorandum, starring Lionel Barrymore. Ricardo Montalban is your host.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of.
Here is your Family Theater host for tonight, Ricardo Montalban.
We as parents sometimes think we can measure the happiness and security of our homes by the amount we spend on food or housing or clothing, or even by what we can spend on fun. No, it isn't how much we spend on our homes that determines the happiness of our families. It's how much we give of ourselves, what we give our children of the true values of life. These are the things that make a real happy home. And the greatest gift we can give our children is an understanding of the important and powerful part that our faith and trust in God play in our own lives. The best inspiration and example we can give them is the simple and sincere expression of that faith by the daily practice of family prayer. Family prayer is a sure way to happiness, security, and peace, a most vital and wonderful way, because it's God's way.
Now, the Family Theater presentation of Blue Memorandum, starring Lionel Barrymore.
Now take words, for instance. Consider their inflection, their enunciation, A few simple words like good night. Maybe it was the way J.J. Rowland said good night that accounts for it.
Lemon, J.J.?
Yeah.
You were saying something about Johnson.
Johnson's the fourth chauffeur I've had in 3 months.
Yes?
And he's the most abominable one of the lot.
Fire him, darling.
I've already fired him.
Good for you.
He ran me into the thickest, foulest traffic I've ever seen. No excuse for it. I told Johnson, I told him exactly, explicitly, Route 57 was a bottleneck.
You'd think the dunce would learn.
20 minutes completely wasted in a crawling mass.
Stupidity.
Crass and stubborn stupidity.
And how about the contract, darling?
I swung the contract personally.
Good for you.
I don't know what I'm paying those monkeys for down in the office.
Who is it now, darling?
Bibbins.
Bibbins?
Edward J. Bibbins, my general manager.
Fire him, darling.
Bibbins tried to advise me on pig iron.
Wouldn't you know?
Tried to tell me I shouldn't pull a pig iron deal under the present market trend.
Oh, you showed him, J.J.
I pig ironed him. Trying to tell me about market trends.
Bibbins must be a dolt.
I don't know where he studied business administration, but if brains were altitude, that boob's 10 miles below sea level.
You made him see your point, though.
Listen, Ethel. When J.J. Rawlins says do, it's done.
Good for you, darling.
Where's Millicent?
She's getting dressed. There's a birthday party. Oh, here she comes now.
Oh. Good evening, Millicent.
Good evening, Dad. Good evening, Mother.
Did you study your French today, Millicent?
No, Dad.
Why not?
It's that new tutor, dear. She's incompetent.
Get another tutor.
We've had 7 tutors this past year.
I got a better idea. Send Millicent to that bobolink on Bampton College.
But it's so far away, J.J.
Only 200 miles, a few hours trip.
Darling, would you like to go to Bobolink on Bampton?
Well, I don't know, Mother. I was hoping to stay near home this year.
Oh, it's a lovely school, Millicent. A very, very lovely college.
Oh, really? I don't want to go away, Mother.
What did you say? Are you questioning my decision?
Oh, it's not that, Jay. It's just that she is a bit young to send away to college. She's only 17.
I don't care if she's 70. Millicent?
Yes, Dad?
You're not a child anymore. You understand that.
Oh, Daddy, I was only trying to say that...
And you want to grow to be a lady someday? You want to make me proud of you, don't you?
Yes, Dad.
All right, then. Go to Bobolink on Bampton like a good girl and learn how to speak French. Mother and I'll have you home for your birthday. Now, you like that, won't you?
Yes, Dad.
Yes, girl. Now, you better run along.
Oh, Dad.
Yeah?
I'd like to go to Mary Scott's birthday party. Eddie Oliver promised to take me, and if it's all right with you...
Now, Millicent. I'm not saying that recreation isn't necessary. It's good. It has its place. But wasting time and a lot of parties is a different matter.
But, Dad, I haven't been to a party in 3 months.
Please, Millicent. It pains me to see you so headstrong when I say that you, a girl of your position, your background, rearing, and training, when I tell you that it's a complete waste of time to be running around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry to parties, I expect to be listened to. You understand?
Yes, Dad.
Perhaps you better go to your room, Millicent.
All right. Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Yes, maybe it was the way J.J. said good night that accounts for it. And consider 2 other words. Happy birthday. Maybe it was the way J.J. said happy birthday that accounts for it.
Sit down, gentlemen. Sit down, Bibbins. Gentlemen, I call this conference to remind you that we're supposed to be running an organization. At least I was always under the impression that J.J. Rawlins Incorporated was supposed to be an organization. Now, Bibbins.
Yes, sir?
Bibbins. In my absence, I've been made to understand that the gentlemen of the board commissioned you to close the Eddington contract.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It was imperative that we get the plant
One moment, please, one moment. You purchased the plant.
As your representative, yes, sir.
On whose appraisal?
Why, on the regular licensed appraisers.
Yeah, sure. I'm employing you to tell me what the licensed appraisers tell everybody else.
Yes, but Mr. Rawlins, under the circumstances, acting as I did as your purchasing agent,
The only logical routine was
Routine? Don't talk to me about routine, Bibbins. I appraised that plant. I, personally. I made it my business. You signed the papers for $40,000.
Yes, sir.
That plant's not worth $40,000.
Mr. Rollins, the licensed appraisers...
I don't give a tinker's toot about your licensed appraisers. You, Bibbins, you sold me down the river for at least $4,000.
Mr. Rollins, and gentlemen of the board, it may be that I've made a mistake. I'm merely trying to be, and I believe I have been, a competent manager in this.
I didn't ask for a speech, Bibbins.
But excuse me, sir.
We were discussing that Eddington contract.
I was coming to that. Now, as for this contract, I wish to say only this. I consulted the best real estate brains. I even went to the trouble to investigate 6 prior bank estimates. In my opinion, sir, $40,000 was the fair and equitable disposition.
Is that all you got to say, Bibbins?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I'm telling you something. That deal doesn't go.
But the contract is signed.
I'll handle that contract, Bibbins.
Well, the courts can be pretty strict.
Never mind the courts. Another thing, Bibbins.
Yes, sir.
One more mistake like that, and you'll be getting a memorandum.
Yes, sir.
You won't be the first. And you probably won't be the last to get a blue slip.
I see, sir. A blue...
That's all, gentlemen.
You were late tonight, darling.
Oh, that new chauffeur's worse than Johnson. Fathead can't read.
Mint sauce with your lamb, darling.
Yeah.
Another hard day at the office, I suppose.
Oh, so. I finally gave that parasite a going over.
That Bibbins creature.
Yeah.
Good for you. It's about time that you brought him to his senses, dear. I don't know why you tolerate such...
We tried to put on a sister act, too.
He
Stop
did?
Sister. Yeah.
Wouldn't you know?
He said I was unfair.
The insolence. J.J., why do you stand for it?
I told him off. Don't worry. I said to him, Bibbins... Wait till you hear this, Ethel. It was inspired. I said, Bibbins, as far as I'm concerned, you've been nothing but an embolism in the artery of progress.
Oh, touche, darling.
Yeah, stopped him cold. Oh, you should have seen his face.
It floored him.
For the count.
I think that's so cute.
Embolism in the artery of progress.
J.J., you're a demon.
Then I straightened out that little contract detail, too. The Eddington plant I was telling you about.
You're buying it?
Oh, sure I'm buying it. Yeah, but not for $40,000. They thought they could scare me with the lawyers.
Oh, high-pressure stuff.
Yeah, can you beat it?
The cheap.
But I told them, when J.J. gets on the phone, they come to terms, and they come to terms fast.
They saw your point.
They at my point.
Oh, good for you.
I could break that Eddington outfit tomorrow morning if I wanted to.
Wouldn't you think they'd learn?
Human nature, Ethel, human nature.
But you'd think that people would...
People! As old J. Sr. used to put it, what can you expect from a pig but a grunt? People.
Oh, but by the way, it's Millicent's birthday.
Oh, that's so? How old is she now?
17. I thought it would be nice if we had her home for the entire weekend.
Oh, good. Where's she now?
Upstairs resting. I'll have Frida tell her to come down.
Yeah.
Yes, madam?
Millicent, Frida.
Yes, madam.
Say, who cooked this lamb?
Elsie.
Elsie?
She came yesterday. A Green Star Agency recommendation.
What's the matter with her?
I don't know, darling. You know how it is with the help these days.
Well, there is no excuse for a piece of meat like this. The stuff tastes as if it was basted with arsenic.
I did think it was a little on the dry side.
Get rid of her. See if you can't get a little civilization into that kitchen for a change. Get a mix master. I've got enough worry to the office without coming home to something like this.
There's some ham in the refrigerator.
I hate ham, Ethel. Now, you know that.
Hello, Dad. I didn't know you were home.
Oh, good evening, Millicent. Well, you look quite the student. Wearing glasses now?
Jay, it's her birthday. Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Millicent.
Thank you, Dad. And thanks also for the beautiful fur coat.
Fur coat? What fur?
The coat you bought her, Jay.
Oh, yes, the fur coat.
It's a beautiful coat, Jay. A cute mink. Got it at Bontella's.
Fine, good. Yeah, you needed the fur coat, Millicent.
Oh, really, Dad? It's the most beautiful coat I've ever seen.
Good, splendid. Well, how's school coming, Millicent?
Okay, Dad.
You put in a good day at the books?
Well, today I mean, Mother told me to...
Her birthday, Jay. We thought we might have a little celebration, didn't we, Millicent?
And we're going to have a party tonight, Dad. Oh, wait, I'll bring in the birthday cake and let you see how lovely the frosting
That's
looks.
all right, Milton. That's all right now. Don't bother. Matter of fact, I won't be here tonight.
Oh,
Got to look after a deal upstate.
I see, Dad.
Run along now and enjoy yourself.
Yes, Dad. Good night.
Happy birthday, darling. Wish her a happy birthday, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Millicent.
Yes, maybe it was the way he said happy birthday that accounts for it. Maybe. Or maybe it was that inflection in his voice when J.J. said, Bibbins.
Bibbins! You've bought 12 plywood monstrosities billed at $1,240.
Just a minute, Mr. Rollins. I think I know a good desk when I see one. And I can tell you that these are genuine White Mountain...
I don't care if they're genuine Pikes Peaks. Your responsibility around here, General Manager, is to see that we function as a going concern instead of subsidizing a lumber yard to the tune of $1,240.
All right.
This is just another example of your incompetence.
Mr. Rollins, I've worked for you for over 2 years. In that time, to the best of my knowledge, I've done a good job. If at any time I've consciously, deliberately failed to carry out your... Well...
We're talking about desks, Bibbins. I didn't ask for a backlog on your life.
Well, as for the desks, I bought them. I installed them. If you don't approve them, that's your privilege. All I'm trying to say is that you can't get good desks any cheaper.
I can't I? Well, Bibbins, let me tell you something. First of all, those desks are going out of here tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. And another thing, Bibbins. I want to teach you one more lesson in the art of business administration. Take a good look at your own desk tonight, Bibbins. Maybe you'll find something there that'll interest you.
Is that all, sir?
That's all, Bibbins.
Did you have a hard day, J.J.?
Oh, routine. I got rid of that boob at last.
You mean that horrible bookkeeper you were telling me about?
No, Bibbins. I fired him.
Well, I should say it's about time you asserted yourself, darling.
I told him.
I suppose he tried to raise the usual objections?
What objections could he raise?
How do you do it, darling?
Simple. Slap him with a memorandum and sign it J.J. Rollins. The wheels turn when they see that blue slip.
Oh, J.J. J.J., you're marvelous. Really you are.
Yes, sir. When J.J. says do, it's done.
Want me to take it, darling?
No, I'll get it. Yep.
J.J. Rollins?
Speaking.
Can you locate some ready cash?
Ready cash?
Right. Cash in a hurry.
Who talking?
I'm asking you the questions. Can you locate some ready cash?
I don't like your tone, mister.
Well, you're going to like my tone, Rollins. You're going to like it with no questions asked. I want cash, and I want it in a hurry.
Look here. What are you trying to do?
You've got a daughter, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Well, she's up. She's supposed to be up at some fancy college. Bobolink on Bampton?
Yes, I sent her there. Oh, now wait a minute.
Now you're getting the idea, Rollins.
Do you mean to say
I
that...
didn't say anything.
Where's my daughter? Where is she?
I'll ask the questions you understand.
I warn you, if anything's happened...
I'll also do the talking, Rollins. Now get this straight. Don't you make any phone calls. I want no monkey shines. You follow my orders. I want $40,000 in a paper bag. A brown paper bag, and I want you...
What did they say?
No trace bird, Bobolink. She's been missing since this afternoon. The fools! What do they think I'm paying them for? They let her go off any time she wants to.
Jay, what'll we do?
Shut up! Let me think. Hello.
Mr. Rollins?
Yeah?
Mrs. Phillips of Bobolink speaking.
What about my daughter?
I'm frightfully upset, Mr. Rollins. We've continued to check all possible sources of information.
Yes. What'd you find out?
We have another witness, one of our girls here at Bobolink, who claims she saw Millicent enter an automobile this afternoon.
She got into a car this afternoon.
A blue or a black sedan. As for other details...
Whose car was it?
That we don't know.
Ah.
But we are continuing to check all possible...
There you are. Missing for hours and nobody knows anything. Nobody reports anything.
I can't stand this much longer, Jay.
I'll sue that college. I'll drag him into court just as sure. Hello.
Rollins?
Oh, it's you.
About that 40,000.
Where's my daughter?
Don't ask questions, Rollins. I'll do the talking.
What do you want?
I want you to make it 50,000.
But you can't.
I said 50,000. You understand?
If anything has happened to my daughter, I'll...
Easy, mister. Talk like that can make a fella nervous.
All right now. All right, what do you want?
I want 50,000. I just told you.
All right.
And I want it in a manila envelope.
You said a brown paper...
Follow instructions. I said a manila envelope. You understand?
Yes. I'll do anything you want. Only tell me where my daughter is. Where is she? What's happening?
Quiet, Rollins. I can't afford to waste any time on this phone.
Yes, sir.
Right now, I don't want you to do anything except get that manila envelope ready.
All right.
And I want you to wait until you hear from me again.
Yes.
Did you do what I told you, Rollins?
Yes. Where do you want me to deliver them?
Everything's on the up and up.
Yes. I'll pay you anything. Only get my daughter here.
You'll get final instructions at 7 o'clock tonight.
All right. Please, mister, give me a break, will you? My wife, my daughter. But, wait a minute. Please don't hang up now. 7 o'clock.
What did he say, Jay?
7 o'clock. We got to wait till 7. It's 5 minutes past 7. Why doesn't he call? I got everything ready. Money, the envelope. Why doesn't the phone ring?
What's the matter, Jay? What's holding him? He said 7.
I don't know, Ethel. Oh, please don't keep asking me questions. I don't know where I am. Stop bothering me, will you?
But he said 7. 7 o'clock, and it's 8 minutes past.
Will you be patient? You just sit there and be quiet. We have to wait, that's all. We just have to wait. Further instructions. That's what he said. Maybe we'll have to wait another 50 or 60 minutes. Maybe another 50 or 60 days. I don't know.
I wish you'd do something. It's waiting.
I'm doing everything I can. All I can do is follow orders. Oh, for heaven's sake, Ethel. Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking. That phone. Why doesn't it ring?
The door, Jay.
I'll get it. Simon, just a minute. This door lock. Oh, it's you, Millicent.
Hello, Dad.
Millicent, my baby.
What are you crying for, Mother?
You all right, Millicent? You all right, aren't you? You're not hurt? The man didn't... That man who drove you here, where is he?
He just drove away in his car. He didn't want to come in.
Well, who is he? What's his name?
Oh, I can never remember his name, and I didn't like to ask him. But you know him, Dad. He works for you.
Works for me? What's he look like?
Oh, middle-aged, thick glasses, and sort of bald.
Wait a minute. Thick glasses and a slight scar along his chin?
Yes, that's the man.
Bibbins.
He's one of the nicest men I've ever met, Dad.
Why, that criminal? I'll have the police.
Just a second, please, Jay. You say Mr. Bibbins took you away from Bobolink this afternoon.
Well, he didn't take me exactly. He drove by the college this afternoon and asked me to hop into his car. He said you wanted to see me because there was a big surprise at home.
Millicent, how could you?
Oh, but Mother, he was always so kind to me at Dad's office.
I'll have that moron in jail in less than 24 hours. So help me. I'll get the police.
What in the world is the trouble, Dad?
Do you know that you have almost been the death of your father, Millicent?
Oh, Mother, I'm trying to tell you. I merely thought that...
Didn't you have sense enough to see through Mr. Bibbins?
I don't know what you mean.
You sat there in the car and let him take you. A man who's almost a stranger, you let him take you wherever he wanted to go.
Oh, Dad, please believe me. Mr. Bibbins is a kind man. I know he's kind. I knew he was taking me home. Didn't you expect me? Well, maybe he does have a peculiar sense of humor. He gave me this for you.
What is it?
It's a note. Some kind of message.
For me?
Mr. Bibbins said I should give it to
you. What is it, J.J.?
It's a memorandum.
Read it.
It says, there wouldn't be any use telling my name. You wouldn't want to remember me anyway.
Wouldn't want to remember me anyway. I happen to be only another number in your files. That's about all any of us were, J.J. Just numbers in your files. You remembered only numbers. I don't think you ever really got to know people. The fellows and the girls who worked with you and for you. Looking back over all the weeks, the months that I spent in your employ, I can say this now. The office was swell, J.J. The workers, the fellows and the girls in the office, they were friendly, kind, a great gang. And the wages were good. There's no kick there. It was only you, J.J. You're a man of distinction, your friends say. But you ranted and bullied, J.J. Oh, sure, I took orders. When you have a wife and kids to support, when you have bills to pay and a house to keep going, you learn how to take orders, your kind of orders. And then you broke me with a blue slip. A blue memorandum. My services were no longer required. Okay, J.J. Now I'm giving you a memorandum. I had my innings, too. For a few hours today, I had you taking orders, and you took them. And why? Because for the first time in your life, you had something else besides numbers to worry about. Your daughter's a sweet girl, J.J. I hope you never stick that kid in the miscellaneous file. And I hope you remember this. Numbers don't sweat and bleed and cry for you. People do those things. People. And this is my memorandum to you.
This is my memorandum to you. P.S. Give my love to Millicent.
Dad, you're a scream.
You like the way I tell a story, Millicent?
That's the funniest story I've heard in years, Dad.
Yeah, you're marvelous. You're a genius.
Speaking of geniuses, Ethel, I must tell you about my special genius. Splendid worker. Magnificent instincts.
Who is he, darling?
Bibbins.
Oh, he's back again.
Of course he's back again. When J.J. says come, they come.
Bibbins is the swellest guy, Dad.
Oh, good old Bibbins.
Yes, maybe it was the inflection of J.J.'s voice when he said Bibbins that accounts for it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not posing as an authority on human relations when I say there is a nice capacity in people for being kind. It's a virtue, really. It means being helpful and considerate. In the truest sense of the word, it is actually loving our neighbor. And that's important. It's fundamental, elementary procedure, as J.J. would put it. And it's the procedure that J.J. forgot for a time. You know, we'll never be able to solve the real problems until we stop talking about numbers, about majorities and minorities. We'll never solve our domestic, social, even economic problems until we get away from numbers and get back to flesh and blood, back to people. Our country takes in just about everybody. It takes in all the segments of the land, high and low, rich and poor, capital and labor, all one family. To work together, all of us, as one big family should be our ideal. And there is no better way to reach these ideals than to work together and pray together. To pray not only as individuals, but as a family. It's important, family prayer. For families that pray together, stay together. Before saying good night, I would like to thank Lionel Barrymore for his performance as J.J. Our thanks to Timothy Mulvey for writing tonight's play, and to Max Turr for his music. This production of Family Theater Incorporated was directed by David Young. Others who appear in tonight's play were Lila Webb, Howard McNear, Barbara Fuller, and Nancy Shields. Next week, our Family Theater star will be Mark Stevens in The Hound of Heaven. Your hostess will be John Caulfield. This is Ricardo Montalban saying good night, and God bless you.
This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt a need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by a friend of the New York Foundling Hospital, which cares for homeless and motherless babies without distinction of race, creed, or color. Join us next week at this same time when our Family Theater star will be Mark Stevens. Joan Caulfield will be your hostess. Tony Lafrano speaking. Remember, next Sunday, September 28th, daylight saving ends for this year. For those of you who are on standard time, Family Theater will come to you 1 hour later. For exact time in your community, consult your Mutual station or newspaper radio listing. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents Some Rain Must Fall, starring William Lundigan and Betty Arnold. Jimmy Gleason is your host.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Ever walk through the streets of a big city and notice how many people hurry along, wrapped up in their own thoughts? It leaves you a feeling a big city with millions of people around can sometimes be the loneliest place in the world. Yes, and the reverse of that picture, the most cheerful place in the world is a happy home. There's no word that means so much, so many things to each of us, as the simple word home. It means companionship and love and the kindness of those who love us. It means all the wonderful things of life, the beautiful things that we cherish. Beautiful things like a mother and a father and little children who kneel and offer their simple prayers to Him who gives mankind so many blessings for which to be thankful, among them the blessings of little children. To have peaceful, prayerful, happy homes, that is the purpose to which Family Theater is dedicated. Dedicated with the hope that your home, your family, will enjoy all of God's wonderful blessings.
The rain was over the city that night, the driving, cold rain of October. The wind out of the northeast took the rain, took it and shook it like a wet scourge against the granite and steel of the city. And somewhere in that late October evening, there was a kind of sad sound in the world, as of wasted things, wasted life, and wasted dreams. And a girl walked slowly out of the rain, up the steps, into the old cathedral. And she knelt with the rain still on her face and hair. And suddenly she was weeping. And this is the saddest of all sad sounds, the stifled pain locked in the throat of a girl who weeps in an old cathedral.
Excuse me, miss. I saw you in there, and I waited for you out here on the steps.
It's really rained tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. You were crying, miss. I couldn't help noticing you.
Oh, that's nothing. Sometimes I do that.
Cry?
Yes. Is the subway near?
It's not far, a couple of blocks over.
Well, I guess I'd better be going.
No, wait a minute. Please, don't walk away, miss. I just wanted to talk to you.
All right. I have plenty of time anyway. More time than I can use. Why am I talking to you like this?
I asked you to, I guess.
I think you're kind. You're the first person I've met in months like that. Don't ever stop being kind. Now it's time I got started.
Where are you going?
That's what I'd like to find out myself. Where am I going?
Well, you're going somewhere.
Bus terminal. I've slept in a bus terminal the last 2 nights.
Oh, I see.
Maybe you never thought things like that could happen.
Yeah, but a bus terminal.
I can't get a room. That is, with the rent I can afford to pay.
It isn't good to be out and no place to go.
Maybe I can get used to it. You can get used to anything if you try.
I think I could find a place for you.
You? Where?
The house where I stay. Downstairs are Lolly and Kurt. They're friends of mine. You'd like them. They have a little room next to their place that they never use. You stay there.
No.
Oh, I just wanted to help. Now, wait a minute. It isn't much. It's warm. It's out of the rain.
They're strangers. They wouldn't want it. I don't know you. And what do you know about me?
Nothing. That doesn't matter, does it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
You can leave after the rain's over if you want. They'd like to have you. I know Kurt and Lolly. They'll help.
I don't know.
Well, all right. I guess it's going to keep raining. I'd better get along. It's pretty late.
Wait. I think it's going to keep raining, too. I shouldn't be afraid. You've been so kind. Maybe you understand better than most. You could explain to them?
You don't have to worry.
I'll stay with
Lolly and Kurt.
Until the rain's over.
Okay. That's the way it'll be. My name's Jeremy Foster.
Mine's Evie. Evie Morris.
Here, I'll give you my coat to hold over you. It's cold.
But you'll need your...
I don't need a coat. Not now.
The windows are clean, I think.
Mm-hmm.
My 3 days is a long time for it to rain steady. I should go. 3 days is too long to impose on someone like this. Maybe it won't stop for a week.
Don't worry about it, kid.
I'm not worrying, Lolly. I'm not afraid. Not anymore. You've been so kind, letting me use your extra room and talking to me like this. And Jerry. He's so good, Lolly.
Yeah, Jerry's a good boy, Evie.
You say he's a writer?
Oh, he does stories and poems.
Uh-huh.
Things that don't sell. If he didn't have that janitor's job he's got, he'd starve to death.
I see.
Well, I guess I gotta start cleaning.
I'm sort of in the way here.
Oh, don't say that. I like people around.
Jerry said he'd look, try to find something for me to do. I'd have to work, Lolly.
Jerry's getting used to having you here. He'd want you to stay. Him coming down to talk to you every day is the most we've seen of him in a long time. Don't go. Right away, Evie.
Evie, where are you going?
I can't stay any longer, Jerry. You've been very kind, but
it's still raining.
Well, I hate to impose, Jerry. I think I should try to find some work in some other place to stay.
We'll find something when the rain's over, Evie. And you aren't imposing. Don't think about that. Lolly likes you. She'd want you to stay, and... Well, I guess I do, too.
Thank you, Jerry. You know, I've been thinking about how hard you work. Up there in your room all day writing, and at that office building cleaning.
Well, someday I won't have to work at the office building. Someday someone will like what I write.
That'll mean a lot to you, won't it, Jerry?
Life, Evie. All the grand things you can do when you know you're on the way up. When you know you're saying something worthwhile. It makes a difference.
It'll come soon. The stories you write, the poems. There must be someone who wants beautiful things like that. Why don't you write a book?
No.
Write a book, Jerry.
Look, Evie, you've got to be good to write a book.
You can do it. Just put it together in the right way.
Well, maybe I will. Someday. What time is it?
I think it's about 11.
I guess I should go. I wanted to see about getting half a day's work.
Do you think you will?
Well, I asked Mr. Denton. He said he thought so.
You look so tired, Jerry. You're doing too much. All morning now you've been writing, and I'll bet you were at it late last night.
Yes, Evie, but I'm thinking now about a new story. Maybe a long story about rain and a girl and a cathedral.
Oh, Jerry, that's just like us.
Evie.
Yes?
Will you be here when I come back?
I should go. I don't like to impose on you.
Evie, when I come back.
Yes, I'll be here, Jerry.
Howdy, Evie. Come on in, kid.
Hello, Lolly. I don't want to bother you if you're working.
Oh, it's nothing important, honey. Just letting out an old rag of mine. Got to make it last a little longer. Ought to be washing. It's a nice day.
Yes, it's nice today. The sun's out.
Mm-hmm. Getting along all right?
Fine, just fine, Lolly.
Mm-hmm.
Only I was wondering, do you think if I asked Mrs. Meacham, would there be any chance of getting something for new curtains?
Curtains? For that little closet you're living in?
No, Lolly, for upstairs in Jerry's room.
Oh.
I thought if I could get something, fix it up a little.
Yeah, that's an idea.
And maybe a table, a little one to put a flower on.
A flower? Here?
I mean, a pot with a plant in it and flowers on it.
Oh.
It'd be nice by his window. It gets lots of sun.
When the sun shines.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of silly. Mrs. Meacham doesn't know me. Maybe she wouldn't like it.
Mrs. Meacham wants permanent people here. She'll keep them if she gets them, even if it does mean a little table and a couple of curtains. Jerry's permanent. Been here 3 years.
Well, do you think she will, then? Shall I ask her?
No, you leave her to me. There are ways of getting around Mrs. Meacham. We'll get your table and curtains.
Oh, if only you could, Lolly.
What about the flower? That plant for the table?
I'll get it. I'll get it somehow. Do you think Jerry will like it, Lolly?
Oh, sure, kid. He'll like it.
I was afraid changing things around like this, putting up new curtains and all, might make him...
I've lived in this house since before Jerry came here. Kurt and I know him real well. He don't get mad. Not at anything.
I wanted to make it nice.
Where's your flower?
Well, I haven't got it yet.
The pot's no good without a flower, is it?
They cost quite a lot.
I suppose so. Well, you did a good job, Evie. Considering what you had to work with. Hard to do much with an old room.
It was fun.
You're beginning to fall for Jerry.
Oh, Lolly, don't be silly.
I'm not. But I think I know love when I see it. 6 weeks and you're in love with the guy.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You stayed, didn't you?
Well, I didn't know where else to go, Lolly. And you've been so kind to me. You and Kurt and Jerry.
Jerry wanted you to stay, and then you found out that you wanted to stay.
Yes. I knew it one day. The day it stopped raining.
Was he glad?
I think so. He must have been, Lolly. He laughed and he said, "The sun's out, Evie. The sun's out. Let's go down to an old cathedral."
You're good for him, Evie.
For Jerry.
He needs you now more than his writing, even. Remember what I said. Don't go away. Hey, he'll like the way you fix things, Evie.
It's wonderful, Evie, wonderful. I thought I'd done all there was to do to it, but I guess I didn't know.
I'm glad you like it, Jerry.
Oh, I do, Evie, I do. It's funny what you can do with one room, isn't it?
Only it isn't finished yet. There should be a flower for the little table by the window.
A flower for the inside?
With the sun coming in on it.
Yeah. Something you can take care of and see growing every day when you put water on it. Getting tall in the sun and then...
And full of color for a while.
Yeah. Green. Cool, soft green with touches of flame in it. What kind of a flower, Evie?
I don't know, Jerry. But it would be nice.
Yeah. It'd be nice to watch it grow beautiful in the sun. Hello, Evie. I didn't know you'd be waiting out here. It's kind of late.
It's nice and quiet out here on the porch.
Uh-huh. Cool, too.
I was waiting for you, Jerry.
There's something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. I wanted to see you and talk for a minute.
Well, it's pretty late.
But it's real nice out tonight, isn't it? I've been sitting here watching the streetlight on the corner.
And dreaming?
A little. Remembering mostly. About the rain and about cathedrals.
That was a long time ago.
I saw you walking up the street. You were just a tall shadow. I could tell it was you from the way you held your head and walked like you were glad about something.
I am. I was going to show this to you in the morning, but I want you to see it now. Here.
Oh, Jerry, the flower.
I'll turn the porch light on
Oh,
so
no,
you can
no,
see.
I can see it. I can see how beautiful it is.
I looked all over for it.
What kind is it?
I didn't even ask, but it made me think of the sky and stars at night. I thought of a name for it. On the way home, I called it Star Rover. And the leaves, they're the darkest green I've ever seen. And it's got flowers on it already.
I know I can see them. Oh, Jerry, your room's finished now. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's got everything now.
Jerry?
Hmm?
You don't talk about your writing anymore.
Oh, I don't know, Evie. I'm discouraged about the story.
The story about the rain?
Mm.
And the girl in the cathedral?
Yeah, I don't know what happens to them.
Maybe they fall in love.
Yes. Only they don't know it for quite a while, huh? They don't talk about it until...
Until one night. And the girl waits for him and they talk.
And he's been a dreamer, while she'd gone through the sufferings that make people practical. And when they talked, the mist drifted away and his dreams became real.
And she forgot all the dark, ugly things of the past. And she knew they were gone forever.
And the boy knew he'd never be lonely again. He knew there'd be something besides words now to fill the emptiness around him.
They talked in the darkness. And suddenly the girl said, I love you.
Evie.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Do you know what the boy said then?
What?
He said, Evie, honey, I wanted to hear you say it. I wanted to talk about it, but I couldn't find the words, and I was afraid. I kept thinking maybe I wouldn't know how to take care of you. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't want to make you unhappy. I'd like to give you a home and everything, Evie. But I'm not even a second-rate hack writer. I'd like to build a cathedral, and I get nothing but pasteboard bungalows.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry, I'll take a pasteboard bungalow.
Tired, kid?
Just a little, Lolly.
Mm-hmm. You're not scared, are you? Jerry will be happy about it.
But maybe it'll be trouble for him, Lolly. His job's only half a day, and he works so hard.
If I know Jerry, he'll be glad. And why not? You both like kids? Sure, he'll be glad.
He'll want to quit writing and work all day full time because he'll think he should.
Look, if a man wants to write, he'll write, no matter how much other work he does. Now, don't worry about it.
Well, he's worried now because he doesn't know how the story should finish, but I know he's got to keep on with it.
Sure, honey, he'll keep on with it.
I'll have to buy things. It'll take a lot.
Well, there'll be a time later on to worry.
Yes, I suppose I'm silly to think about it now.
Sure. There's lots of time. And God always takes care of things.
Jerry, why don't you rest? You've been writing for hours.
Well, I want to try and get this story finished, Evie.
How's it coming now?
I don't know.
You haven't told me much about it, Jerry.
Well, sometimes when I'm writing, it seems as though I hear... Oh,
what, Jerry?
well, as though I hear music.
Real music? Outside somewhere?
No, I know it sounds crazy, but it's here in the room.
Yes?
And I sit here watching the shadows on the ceiling, watching and thinking.
About the boy and the girl in the cathedral.
Yeah, about the boy and the girl and the baby.
Go on, Jerry. It's beautiful.
For him, it used to be an empty room with not a sound in it. And then she came. There was a violin playing somewhere at night. He could hear it like it was soft in the distance, coming from downstairs where she was sleeping. But it was far away and lost.
I did that, Jerry.
He loved her then. I guess that was it.
I didn't know it was like that, Jerry.
And then they were married, and he kept hearing it. But it had changed. It was all strings and reeds. Sweet, soft music, making a strange kind of beauty.
And then?
Well, then, the boy and the girl and the baby. Glorious music, deep and soft and sweet, like an organ in a cathedral. And it isn't far away or lost. And he hears it like it was a flood inside, tight up against his throat. And he wants it to go on and on because it's never happened to him before. And he's afraid it'll go away. And he doesn't want it to go away. Oh, Evie, it's no use trying. I've got to get a job.
No, Jerry.
I've got to have things ready.
Your work, Jerry, our book.
I don't know if I can ever finish it. And right now, nothing is as important to me as my family.
Oh, Jerry, I didn't want it that way. I didn't want you to think that way. Jerry?
Yeah.
You're soaking wet.
Yeah, I know it. I'll change. Rained pretty steady all day.
I knew you'd stay out in it, and you shouldn't have, Jerry. You'll take sick.
I've got to find something, Evie.
Did you, Jerry? Did you find something?
No, I'm not experienced at anything.
Oh, Jerry, you got a cold being out in the rain all day like that.
No, it's all right, Evie.
Your forehead's warm, too.
Evie.
Yes, Jerry.
Evie, the Star Rover, the flower I brought to you, what's happened to it?
I don't know. It was all bright and green a couple of days ago. The sun was shining on it.
It looks sick now. Did you water it?
Every day, Jerry. But it has to have sun. It won't grow nice if it doesn't have sun.
Is it sick, Evie? Is it dying?
Oh, no, dear, it can't be sick. It'll be all right when it stops raining.
Yeah, when it stops raining.
Please, Jerry, not the book now. It'll wait. Don't start on it now.
It's nearly finished.
I know, dear, but tonight, maybe. You can work on it tonight, after you get warm again.
All right. I was just looking at it.
It's going to be a beautiful book.
Yeah. A big one, too. If it's ever finished.
Jerry?
Yeah?
It's late, dear. It's after midnight.
It is? Oh, I didn't know it.
Tomorrow. Let it go till tomorrow.
I can't. It's got to be finished.
Jerry, what's the matter? What happened to you?
Nothing.
What can I do? Jerry, what can I do?
I can't breathe. Evie, help. I can't breathe.
The doctor wants you to go in now, Evie.
Jerry's been that way so long, Lolly. Hours just lying there, not saying anything. But he's fighting. He's fighting, Lolly. He wants to stay.
Jerry's critical sick, Evie.
He's dying, Lolly. I know it, I know it.
Evie, kid, don't say that.
Jerry's been so good, Lolly. Surely God knows that. He can see, he'll listen. He wants Jerry to live.
Evie, listen to me. The doctor says Jerry's reaching a crisis, and you want to be with him.
I've got to be with him, Lolly.
He won't be able to see you. Maybe he can't hear you neither, but you got to make him know you're there. He's got to know you're with him, wanting him to get well. It'll help him, Evie.
Yes, I'll try. Jerry, I'll try.
Oh, don't cry, honey. You can't let him feel you're afraid. Everything's just like it was. Talk about something. Get to him somehow.
He's good, Lolly. He's done so much. He said he hoped the baby'd be a boy.
Talk about the baby, Evie. Everything has to do with the baby. He'll hear you.
I'll make him hear, Lolly. I've got to make him hear.
It's no use, Evie. Evie, I'm on the way out. You need the sun.
The sun's out again, Jerry.
It's It's cold. I know. It's cold.
Jerry, listen to me. It isn't cold anymore. There's music in the room. You heard it, remember? Try to remember. It was warm music. It made the room warm.
Music?
Oh, you heard. Oh, Jerry, you heard. Yes, darling, it was warm music. It was soft and deep, like an organ in a cathedral. You said it was like that, Jerry.
A violin, strings, and reeds. It was like...
An organ, Jerry. Don't you remember, darling? Our room was a cathedral. It's in the room, Jerry. It's here. It's warm music. I can hear it, too. We can hear it together now. Oh, Jerry. Jerry.
Oh. Evie.
Yes. Yes, Jerry.
I'm all right. Don't cry, honey.
Oh.
Evie.
Yes, darling.
Evie, I can finish that book.
Yes, of course, darling.
Evie, I can see it now.
The story about the boy and the girl.
Yeah, of course. Evie, it's our life, yours and mine and the baby's. I can see people like us, millions of them. And the men and women and children laughing and crying, hungering for something, reaching for something, reaching out of their fevers and out of their sickness and weakness and loneliness, but reaching always out and up for something beyond the stars.
It will be the world's most beautiful book.
We could never grow without the rain, Evie. Without the rain and pain.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, thank you, God. The sun is out again.
You know, like the people in tonight's play, we all pass through seasons of trial and suffering, seasons when some rain must fall. But most of us can gladly say that the joyful days outnumber the sorrowful. Yes, and we're always glad to remember the kindness, the thoughtfulness of those who help us over the rough spots. Why, when you think about it for a moment, you begin to see that the rain and the pain are all part of a wonderful plan. A plan that brings out the strength and goodness, the kindness and courage in the world and in us. Yes, and a happy family is part of God's plan. A plan that means a family living together in understanding and affection. A family where everyone is doing a little to make everyone else happy. That's the way it should be. The way it can be with God's help. So ask God for His help. Pray together as a family, and you'll be together in love and understanding. Because a family that prays together stays together. Before saying goodnight, I'd like to thank William Lundigan for his performance as Jerry, Betty Arnold for the portrayal of Evie, and Ann Morrison for her performance as Lally. Our thanks also to Jonathan Goodhue for writing tonight's play, and to Max Terra for his music. Mel Williamson directed, and John Ryder produced the program. Next week, our Family Theater stars will be Brenda Marshall and William Holden in Song for a Long Road. Your host will be Gene Lockhart. This is Jimmy Gleason saying good night, and God bless you.
This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Broadcasting System, which has responded to this need, and by the actors and technicians in the motion picture and radio industries. This program is heard overseas through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Services. Dick Wynn speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.